What is this foolishness?
How many dreams can you shape in a minute, an hour?
The kind of clean you like best.
Lost 3 of my teeth, too. All right, so you lost. Next time you'll win.
Steamy, hot, hearty, delicious, invigorating.
Folks at home, welcome to a brand new Ike Live show. I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. I know I am. We've got an amazing show. Is my mic on? I feel like it's not on because I can't hear anything.
Your mic's on, Michael.
My mic's on, okay.
The mic's hot.
We've got an amazing show for you tonight. And I know this is strange. It's a Wednesday. But we had a very rare, very important opportunity to do a show tonight instead of our normal Saturday or Sunday because of who's in town. And joining us in studio tonight, good friend of the show, Cliff Crochet.
How you doing?
How you doing, Cliff?
I'm good.
Good.
Before we go any further,
Okay.
I gotta say hello to Ben and Lee, my boys, and Lesson J. Lesson J is probably sleeping, but Ben and Lee, I know, are at the computer watching.
They are.
How y'all doing?
That's awesome.
Hi, guys.
I'll be home tomorrow.
Earlier than anticipated.
Earlier than anticipated. We'll talk about that in a little bit, I guess. Part of
talk about that.
stories from the road.
Yeah.
Get home tomorrow earlier than I thought. I can see snowballs coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
On a golf cart ride to get snowballs.
Yeah.
And probably, maybe not tomorrow, but like Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E.
Probably.
Cheese.
Yeah, they
Whoa.
talked about that. So, Ben and Lee, that's coming. Y'all just be good, and we'll take care of
There
it.
you have it. There you have it.
Did Ben and Lee, they understand you?
Yeah.
All right. They speak the same way?
Yeah.
Dope, dude. We got to get them on.
Some little mini-me's.
I want to hear that.
Brian's having a hard time understanding everybody
What?
lately.
Huh?
I don't know.
I heard
just said that.
snowballs.
Also, in the second part of tonight's show, we've got two-time Bassmaster Classic winner, Hank Cherry, joining us on the Ike Live show.
Yes.
It's going to be awesome. Can't wait to talk to Hank.
Yeah.
Also in studio tonight, pushing buttons, making plays, we have the one and only Brian the Carpenter and Rizzo.
Yo, what's up, man?
What's up, guys?
Yeah, so we were late today a little bit. Yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit. Yeah,
Nah,
a couple
that's all right.
minutes.
That's all
Not
right.
too bad, but yeah, nothing worked.
Casually
It's like old school. Came in. The cool part was I came in and Rich was here before me,
Yeah.
and he had that look that I know I had so many years
Oh, yeah.
because nothing
Panicked.
worked. Yeah, it was,
Sweaty palms.
it was so nice to see it on somebody else's
Panting.
face. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome to watch it. It's
Isn't it great?
I've been there like 3 or 4 times, and every time
Every time you've seen it. It was mainly Brian.
it's chaos
Chaos.
all the
Complete
time.
chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, let me
I
tell you
stay pretty
something.
calm until Bri walks in, and then I see things start to change. I see the glands start to swell up. You know.
They used to get on the phone with Jeffries
Yeah.
to get some
a
troubleshooting
saint.
I
done.
was gonna say, you could try to pin it all on me, but we actually had Mark Jeffries in town one time, and it was so bad we didn't even do a show that night.
Wow. With Mark in town.
Yeah,
How about that?
yeah.
That's crazy.
It's not me.
Well, I give him a lot of crap about this, but I couldn't do it. Like, I don't, dude, I'd go over, I'd just see wires, buttons. I have no idea what any
That's
of that
what I
shit
see.
is. So, I don't know. So you guys do a good job. I'm just busting your balls.
It looks like the bilge of my Triton back here. Just wires going everywhere, broken shit. Just constantly, there's a new problem every
Bilge
week.
of your Triton.
Shout out to Austin who bought that boat.
Wow.
Austin's problems now.
Like a bad backlash.
We're gonna talk about a little old boats too. I wanna bring that back up. We're gonna talk some old boats as well.
Old boats.
Want to thank everybody for tuning in. This show for sure is possible because of a lot of great sponsors. Of course, our presenting sponsor, Cliff, Mystery Tackle Box. It's fishing simplified. Bro, it just comes to your doorstep once a month. They got great stuff. We're actually going to be doing an unboxing in the third segment. You're going to help us unbox. There's cool stuff in there. Maybe something you've never seen before.
Some frogs,
right
maybe?
there. Maybe some frogs. You're going to see it. Also brought to you by Empire Covers. You've probably seen, if you're an Ike Live fan, you've seen the videos of Riz with his amazing Empire cover on his beautiful Bass Cat. But listen, Cliff, Empire Covers, dude, they have a cover for everything. Bass boat, four-wheeler, snowmobile, whatever you have. What's the boat with the mud motor?
Go Devil.
Yeah.
Go Devil, Gator Tail.
Gator
Yep.
Tail. They have a cover for that, okay? Go to empirecovers.com. Use the promo code IkeLive. You're going to get 15% off and free shipping, by the way. Brought to you by Tin Cup Whiskey. You see the bottles right in front of us. We're going to be drinking a little tonight. I think we might get into the rye, if I'm not mistaken. Tin Cup is a classic American whiskey. Man, if you want something that goes down smooth, it's relaxing, it's mellow, try Tin Cup Whiskey.
Michael.
Yes.
Tin Cup. Proud title sponsor of Dion Hebden.
Yeah.
His boy had a good tournament last week.
Great tournament.
I've never met Dion.
Yeah.
I want to meet him.
He's
Can we
such
set
a
it
good
up?
dude.
Dion,
Dion's
if
such a
you're
good-
watching, let's
He's
set
such
it
a
up.
good guy. Yeah.
I met his old man Guido one
Yeah.
time, but I've never met Dion. I don't think so. If we
There's-
can set that up,
We
Dion,
should.
call me. I'd like
Dion.
to talk to you.
Give us a jingle. Also brought to you by Bass University, TH Marine, Liquid Mayhem, Flambeau, Founders. By the way, the beer of the night tonight is we're drinking the All Day IPA. Tackle Warehouse, everybody I know shops at Tackle Warehouse. Hobie, it's a Cadillac of kayaks. We're going to be talking a little bit about Hobie later. Heshy Socks, not wearing socks tonight because it's 120 degrees out. Last but not least, Torquedo.
Yeah.
Great sponsor of Ike Live. And, Bri, we're going to be hopefully rocking some Torquedo in the next 3 or 4 days. We have a Thursday nighter
Yeah.
tomorrow night, DOD. We have
Oh, we don't say that out.
you have a Merrill Creek tournament
Yes.
on Saturday, and that Torquedo will be so important for your success there.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Sandbar 4th of July party here.
On
We're going to be
Sunday.
rocking the Torquedos out there on the lake.
That's right.
It's going to be really great.
Drag
So-
racing.
Drag racing. Also want to throw in this here, and if you're listening and watching, you're saying, all right, what kind of prizes you guys are going to be giving away
Prizes?
tonight? Cliff, we're giving away a Dakota lithium battery tonight. We have you and Hank on, both Dakota lithium guys. So in honor of that, we're going to be giving away a power box. So stay tuned through the whole show. A little bit later, we're going to give you the information on how you can win a Dakota lithium power box. All right. Also, as we do in every show, if you are watching over on Facebook, I want you to like and share this feed. Like and share the feed. That's all you have to do. Like and share the feed. If you do that, you'll be entered into a chance to win the world famous Ike Live gift bag. It's loaded with sponsor products. Weighs about 20 pounds. You're going to have a chance to win this. And Riz, once again, all they have to do, right? Like and share. That's it.
That's right, guys. Like and share tonight's feed over on Facebook. You'll be entered in to win the world famous Ike Live gift bag. That thing's loaded with all of our sponsors.
That's right.
This, that, and the third gift bag.
That's right.
All that.
That's right. Brian the Carpenter, I got a little housekeeping to do before we get into the thrust of the show. But before we do that, as we do at every show, I want to thank our military, active and veterans, men and women. Thank you guys for what you do. It's a crazy, crazy world. Also, policemen, firemen, EMT, thank you guys for what you do. We really, really appreciate you.
10-8.
Yes. Big news here, Cliff. I want to we got 2 or 3 things to get through real quick. Big news. Yesterday, we announced the Ike Foundation scholarship winners. This was super cool. So let me give you a little scenario on how this happened. So the ladies from the foundation texted them and said, we're getting ready to make the final decision. This is your last thing you have to do before we pick the winners. So they kind of didn't know, you know. So we had our winners, 5 winners. Yep, 5 winners, all come on a Zoom live. And Becky was sort of stalling them. And then I got to like jump in and say, congratulations, you are scholarship winner. So it was awesome. It sounds cheesy. I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but no, it was cool because, dude, put yourself back at that age, right? These are 18-year-old graduating high school seniors with their whole freaking life ahead of them, right?
A lot of time.
A lot of time in front of them. They all have a love for the outdoors. You know, some are hardcore anglers, some are recreational anglers, but they're all good kids. And now I want to go through it real quick. I'm going to butcher their names, but let me go through the winners real quick.
This is my favorite part.
Yes.
Go ahead, Mike.
Jacob
say names.
Kutzman of Middle River, Minnesota. Jackson Teamy of Larkspur, Colorado. Nicholas Splain of Sellersville, Pennsylvania, local. Carter Koza from Marietta, Georgia. And last but not least, Alexis Grandstaff of Headland, Alabama, are our 5 winners of our Ike Foundation Scholarship this year. So congratulations to you guys.
Yes.
Congrats. Yes, you deserve it.
Alexis won a.
She did. So in our 5 winners, we have one special winner who receives the Brenda Butanowitz Purple Memorial Scholarship Award.
Shout out.
And so, Cliff, I don't know if you remember Brenda. You've met her. Brenda was really important in the Ike Foundation early years starting it. She was a great friend of ours for years. We loved Brenda. She passed away how many years ago now, Brian? Going on 2 years?
Going on 2.
Going on 2 years. Brenda passed away. So we have this special award set aside. And Alexis really, her information on her application, the way she carried herself, reminded us a lot of Brenda. So she got that special award as well. So congratulations to Alexis.
A lot of good right there.
Yes,
a lot
Alexis.
of good.
Yes, a lot of good. Very, very good stuff happening there. What else we got here? You guys were at the Bassmaster Classic.
Indeed.
I want to hear a little bit about that. I know we got a lot of people watching that they said, man, the Classic, was it the same? Was it different? Was it packed? Were people COVID scared? Tell us about it.
Well, I did see more masks in Texas than I thought.
Wow.
Well, you know, they always pound their chests, you know, like no, they're ain't scared of nothing. But there was still a lot of masks.
Were they big masks? Because everything's bigger in Texas. Was it like their whole body? Like they're in a giant body condom?
Walmart was full of masks, but the convention center wasn't. So, but anyhow, it was nice, man. It was really cool. The last big event that we got to enjoy as human beings with contact with people.
Yeah.
Was the Classic of 2020.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
And so this was really the next thing that so it was nice. It was nice to see all the faces again.
Yeah.
And, you know, I thought the crowds were pretty decent.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, we're locked down in our booth pretty.
Yeah.
Pretty tight
Yeah.
when
Well, you
we're
had a
there.
good BashU had a good event.
Yeah.
Met a lot of people.
Yeah.
Got some new subscribers.
Yeah.
Interested students. That's great.
Mhm.
Yeah. My legend is growing. I'd probably.
Yeah.
We got the boots in studio.
Yeah. Well, speaking of legend, one of the things, if you followed along with Brian the Carpenter and/or Bash University during Bassmaster Classic Week, Cliff, I don't know if you got to see this, but Brian had a very special pair of boots he had on the entire event. Brian, tell us a little bit about these boots, how you acquired them, and what signatures are on there.
Yeah, well, you know, some things they're sometimes just meant to be, and it just kind of falls in your lap. You know, it's like you say when you're meant to win.
Yeah. It's like getting struck by lightning.
That's right.
Right.
Sort of. But yeah, we had an Airbnb and they were there. They were in the Airbnb, and I assume somebody just forgot them there.
Available.
Yeah. Vacancy.
Right.
But yeah, they had no feet in them, so I put mine in there and they fit.
Right.
So I wore them.
So you just took them.
Yeah.
Why not? Of course.
And then,
Now, has any of that come back to us yet? Or the boots?
I haven't heard.
Haven't heard a peep.
There you go.
Somebody wants to kill that dude.
I mean,
The owner's boots of that Airbnb are on Brian's
They
feet.
may or may not still be in the Airbnb photos.
Allegedly.
Wow. So do we have some?
leather soles.
Yeah. Who do we got on there, Brian? We have some icons of the sport, or who's on there?
Well, I mean, I don't want to jump right to, but Hank Parker.
Oh, Hank Parker. Oh, fire, babe.
Yeah, pretty much everybody that wasn't in the event. So.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, Fat Cat.
Fat Cat Newton's on there.
That's right.
Wow.
Pete Glusick, maybe.
Oh man. Okay.
You know, can't have that one.
Paul Glusick. That's awesome. Bassmaster Classic. Cliff, this is going to be shocking but I want to explain it to you like this. It is the first Bassmaster Classic I missed since, you ready for this? 1999.
What?
I was at a Bassmaster Classic every year since 1999, competing all the way up through last year's Classic. I was not competing, but I was still there, right?
99 was where?
99 was Louisiana.
2000.
2000 was Chicago.
2001.
2001, I didn't compete, but I was there. I had to go because of sponsors. It was the one Classic I missed in my string. I can't remember because I probably wasn't there. I mean, I wasn't fishing, so I don't remember.
Okay.
I can't remember.
You
Mark.
said 01?
Right.
You on 01?
Yeah.
01 was back in Louisiana.
Back in Louisiana. That's the one Kevin won, right?
Mm-hmm.
See that? I was there, and
Oh,
I had
was
to.
it?
I had to. It was good. All the Louisiana, all the New Orleans Classics were super, super special.
How many?
Dude,
How many did he
everything.
win? How many did Kevin win in New Orleans?
2.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Everything in Louisiana special.
dude. Yeah, but tell me about those classics. Those classics were really amazing. Like
Yes, they were.
the New Orleans Classics were amazing,
So
dude.
the first one Kevin won was that was the first one. Up until that point, Kevin was the best to never win.
Yeah.
And like when he won that one, is when his career really
Yeah.
became. That's
Yep.
when he became
Yep.
The Kevin.
Kevin Van Dam.
Yeah, he won in Bayou Black that year.
Yes.
Yes.
And my old man took me to that classic.
It's awesome.
Like it sounded like we all got those stories. We went to the classic. You know, my daddy brought me to the classic, but that was the first classic that I had been to, and I was like, here we go. Now the one in 01 was in August, and I was I just graduated high school and I turned 18. My birthday is August 1st.
Yeah. I'm
And
August 3rd.
I celebrated on Bourbon Street.
Wow.
That's what's
How
up.
about that?
Yeah, I think Andre is watching. My partner Andre was on Bourbon Street together with a group of us.
Yeah.
And I'm like 17, just turned 18 like an
Yeah.
hour ago.
Well, that's legal drinking age in New Orleans.
Everything's legal in New Orleans. Hey, so there's a group of us, right?
Yeah.
Like 20 of us, and Andre got a wad of money, and they put me right in the middle because they know I can't get in. He says, hey, we're here to spend a whole bunch of money. All of us. Let's go. Let us in.
Wow.
And they put me in the middle of the group, and there we go.
That's a technique we never
That's
used
awesome.
back in the day, Brian.
Andre Landry is, in fact, watching because he's on the message board. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's with us.
What a great technique. We never used that back in the day. We either snuck in or had a fake ID or got booted out. We never used the wad of money technique. Huh.
We didn't have a lot of money.
We didn't have a wad of money.
Well, Andre had the money physically. The money come from Earl. Earl fed him the money.
Did you
Let's
say
go.
oil?
Earl.
You know, like the bikes, the stuff in your car, or some dude named Earl.
Two-stroke.
Some dude named
some dude named Earl
Is that what you're
that
saying?
worked in the Earl industry. Earl worked in the Earl industry.
I'm being
Oh.
serious, man. I
That
have
dude
no
always
idea.
beat me
I
up,
have
bro.
no idea what the hell you're talking about right now.
But the New Orleans Classics were special. But it was a weird, for me, honestly, it was a weird feeling this year to not be at the Classic. You know, to not be there somehow, whether it was fishing or
Yeah,
just
I didn't like it.
not hanging out. I didn't like it either.
No.
I didn't like it
Two
either. I
thumbs
missed
down.
it.
Yeah,
I missed it. I don't. Hopefully, I won't miss another one. You know,
ever.
again.
Yeah.
You know, whether I'm there representing sponsors or maybe I'll make another Classic
Whoa,
one day.
good.
I'm just saying. I'm fishing the opens this year. I got a
Let's
good start.
go.
I'm in 17th right now in points.
Come on.
We got Oneida and Thousand Islands left. I've been known to catch a few smallmouth. I'm just saying, bro.
Is it winning? Is it points?
Pull
Is it
up
points?
Flexi.
Or winning you in?
Winning, you're in.
Winning you in.
Winning, you're in for the Classic. But top 5 for elite berth, is it? I don't know.
I
They
don't
changed rules too many times. I don't even know anymore. But
They just wait for them to post.
Yeah.
That happened.
yeah, but it'd be nice. I'd like to make another Classic. I wouldn't mind that. You know,
Yeah.
it'd be cool.
Heck yeah.
It'd be really cool.
Guys.
Guys, let me remind you, if you're watching tonight, we've got the one and only Cliff Crochet, a.k.a. Cajun Baby, with us. Also in the second segment, we're going to have Hank Cherry join us. I almost said Hank Parker.
I know, dude.
Because of the boot thing you just said. You messed me up.
I heard you say Hank Parker before you almost said
Did
it.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I keep thinking it.
I
too.
know.
I don't know why.
And then in the last segment, we're going to be giving away some great prizes. Also, we want to hear from you. If you're watching the show and you want to participate, you got a question, a comment, please hit us up on the IM. Riz is going to put some through. Riz, you got anything right now? Early?
Yes.
It's early, but what do you got?
Cliff Crochet's English teacher has already checked in. Has already checked in with us on the message board. She's excited for tonight's show.
Wow, your English teacher is actually watching. How about that? It's crazy.
And Marisa's on a plane right now heading this way.
What a great show.
That
Dude,
was-
speaking of, I got to be honest with you. So I got a lot of cool little projects that I do. Going Ike is one. This is one. Two of the coolest Ike lives and Going Ikes I've ever done. You've been involved in, dude. Why is that? Are you like a magnetizing individual? What is this?
I guess it just happens. I don't know.
Okay.
Life is good. You just
Yeah.
have fun.
Yeah.
Now, the Ike Live was cool. Marie's on. You were clowning on us, but it's all good.
It's
you know
good.
what I mean?
Yeah, it was good.
How do you not capitalize on that situation?
The movie scripts were kind of interesting.
Brian, do you remember any of the lines from the movies?
Oh yeah, we had you guys reading the lines from
Was it Anchorman?
maybe it's not the one I'm thinking of. Damn it!
It'll come in.
Oh,
It was.
come on, Cliff. You know,
It was great though.
the dude's a sports agent.
Jerry Maguire.
Yeah,
Jerry Maguire. Yeah.
And Marisa was the what's her face, and
Marisa was the woman.
and the whole thing was set up just so he could say, "You had me at hello."
It was lines and lines and lines
It's
to
like
get him to say
2-page
that.
lines just for that.
Yeah,
It was perfect.
dude. But that was a great show.
That was fun. And the Ike Live was cool. But the Ike Live was almost horrible because of the weather.
Oh, you mean the Going Ike?
Yeah, the Going Ike.
Going
Going
Ike.
Ike was fun.
Yeah.
And what the behind the scenes on that was Hunter is the one that filmed it.
He
Hunter
did.
Frye,
Hunter Shryack filmed that. Shout out to Hunter.
who was trying to qualify at the times.
Yeah.
Who was just Fletcher's brother.
You
know what I mean?
Hey,
And now he's Hunter. So that
Right.
was cool. But yeah, the weather, we had to wait for the weather to come through.
yeah.
Or the weather came through, which made the
Yeah.
fishing better.
Yeah.
And next day was like 40 and bluebird.
It's crazy.
That was fun.
It was fun. It's to date still one of the most talked about. When I run into people and they say, I like the Going Ike episodes, they always talk about that one.
Maybe it's time to do another one.
It might be. It might be. I tell you something. This is a good segue, though. Something that I think part of the magic of that show, for sure, for me, and I think for a lot of viewers who don't live in that part of the country, was the town you live in. And tell everybody, if they don't know, if they're watching, where are you from, Cliff?
I'm from the state capital. It's really not the state capital, but I'm from a little community called Pierreport, which was made famous by Troy Landry and Swamp People.
Yeah.
It's in the middle of nowhere in Assumption Parish, right on the edge of the Chaffalot Basin. And dude, it's slow. I like it slow.
Yeah.
I don't know. Pierreport probably got, 3,000 people in or
Yeah.
something. And I love it.
Dude,
it's
so
just, it's just swamp
Yeah.
and water.
So you've heard me say this, and Bri, I've said this
It's
before.
like your second home, right?
Yeah, dude, people, here's the crazy thing. Especially people from the Northeast, they crucify me for saying this, but I say it a lot. I say, man, when I'm down and visit Cliff, I said, I love it down there. I said, I feel like home. I said,
Do you think that's because it's just so other end of the spectrum? Like, what is the draw? Because I honestly, I kind of feel the same thing. And
Yeah.
I've never even freaking been there.
Yeah.
But like something about the lifestyle is just.
yeah, it's, I would say some piece of it is being the opposite end of the spectrum, which, that traffic bullshit, that craziness, that's not there. It's laid back. There's water everywhere, which I love.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
right,
It's
right.
like, and there is. It's like every time you turn left or right, there's something that you see like, oh, let's go fishing. Let's go frogging. Let's go, let's
Just walk
go.
off the side of the road and go fishing.
Dude,
anywhere.
it's
He's
water.
He's clowning.
It's
yeah,
water.
yeah, we can walk about 30 yards outside.
Yeah.
Dude,
we
it's,
just fish.
Oh yeah. No, but
Wet feet all the time.
yeah. But what
Well, I got a levee around my house, so we good.
Yeah.
Nice.
got a
Yeah.
moat
No, I really do have a levee around my house.
guarded by alligators.
Yeah, pretty much.
there's gators there. Yeah.
The cypress trees make it cool. I've seen them my whole life, but the cypress trees are cool.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah, but what I mean, what do you think it is? What would you say to people that give me shit for saying that I love it down there? What would you what is it?
Come get you some. Come enjoy it.
Right?
Come figure it out.
Dude, I don't know. I just love the way of life. I love the feel. And then the other thing too is the family connection down there. You know what I mean? Like, not just your family's great. I love your family, but even like you go out to eat, everybody treats everybody. You feel like your family. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah,
that
like-
element to it.
Yeah, like even if like if somebody knows you with me,
Yeah.
even if I'm not there, they know a friend of a friend is a friend.
Right.
And it just kind of it's just a big
Yeah.
circle of friends. So
Yeah.
I love it. It's just slow. It's slow. And
Would
I
you
love it.
ever consider living anywhere else?
Do never say never, but probably never. But I would tell you this: I was in Waddington or Messina
Yeah.
last week for the Bass Pro Tour event, and first time I went to Waddington, I thought I wasn't into it at all.
Yeah.
It's Waddington. It's nothing.
Yeah.
And I was there last week, hooked up with one of my buddies, Mike Spriggs, who lives up there, and eating supper on the river, hanging out, good temperatures. And, you kind of think of New York.
Yeah.
You think New York, people think the city.
The city.
When you get up there to Waddington and Messina,
Yeah.
Augsburg,
Yeah.
there's no city. It's
Right.
country. It's almost Pierpont, New York,
Yeah.
with no humidity, lower
Right.
temperature. So, yeah, it's kind of opposite ends of the country. I like it, but leaving Pierpont, no, you got a better chance
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll leave Pierpont when they put me in the ground.
Yeah.
Have you ever visited somewhere where you just you feel like, man, if I wasn't born and raised where I'm from, this is where I'm supposed to be?
Yeah.
That's
know
not
what I
even a good question because, I'm lucky. I'm one of the 3,000 lucky people born in Pierpont. Sorry, it wasn't y'all. It's me.
I want to know what he would sound like if he wasn't born there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
What would we sound like down there to everybody?
They look at you funny.
Oh
I bet
yeah,
they would.
No, they do. They looked at some places we went. I remember we went to like a bar one night. I got some funny looks that night. I remember I had some funny looks. I talk a little fast. You know what I mean? I get it.
They can tell you're not from.
They know.
They
know. So here's a good question I had for you. So you know that way of life down there is amazing, and a lot of people refer to it as bayou life, right? Bayou living. What would you describe bayou life as? Bayou living. What does that mean?
It just easy.
Easy.
Just easy. Don't get excited. Kind of take what comes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I use the phrase "life is good" all the time.
Yeah.
And it's kind of bayou life. Life is good. Whatever's in front of you, you got good people.
Yeah.
No matter what, if you got good people with you, weather's horrible, you broke, who cares? If you got good people,
Yeah.
we'll make life is good. Just keep on smiling.
Man, dude, is that a refreshing mindset, Brian the Carpenter?
Yeah, man.
With all the people the hustle and bustle and the got time, kill,
Yep.
must get to top. Isn't that a great, refreshing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even think about that whole thing right now. I'm slammed at work. You can keep that. I'm gonna check in on you soon, but right now, I can't even imagine.
Brian's elbow deep in grout right
it.
now.
Oh, dude,
He
it's
can't even.
so much.
He can't even think about it. The other thing that I love, the way of life, the people, the feel, but the food, Cliff, down there is special, right? And we got stuff up here, like
Oh, dude, listen.
Scrapple.
yeah,
No, we got good food.
we got great
We got
food.
really good food.
No, we do.
But they got great food.
They got great food. We
Yeah.
got cheesesteaks. Might actually have some show up tonight.
All the Italian food's amazing.
We got
up there.
Italian food. We got like great ethnic food up here. But dude, that Cajun food down there is amazing. But we did a big crawfish boil. That was amazing. Give me right now, off the top of your head. You can't even think. I want you to just snap them off. Give me your top 3 favorite Cajun meals, Cajun food.
I like
Style.
boiled seafood.
Okay.
Anything boiled.
What?
I knew that was coming. Boiled seafood.
Bald seafood.
Bald seafood.
All right. I'm right
Seafood without hair.
Boiled eggs, boiled peanuts,
Look at these dudes, bro. Always something.
I'm writing it down. Go ahead. Bald
Cajun
seafood.
boiled peanuts.
I like in a stew, any kind of stew, crawfish stew, shrimp
Yeah.
stew, whatever.
Stew.
And the best thing about it just keeps going. So you ball the food,
Yeah.
and then You ball it. You pick the rest of it.
Yeah.
You keep cooking. You eat the stew. Hey, hell, you eat the stew for 2 more days.
Yeah.
It just never stops. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And it's fresh too.
So you
I
peel
love
the
it.
shrimp, you throw that in the stew. You pull the shrimp out of the stew. You eat the shrimp. You throw the peels in the stew, and then 2 days later you eat that.
No, Brian. No.
Is that what?
No, you ball them, right?
Oh, you boom.
Yeah, you ball them,
Uh,
and then you eat them.
boom.
Then you make your stew. Then you eat the stew.
Yeah.
Then you freeze the extra.
Yeah.
It just never stops. Man, them people just use everything all the time.
Yeah.
Just keep.
Yeah. Well, I love the flavors and the seasoning.
Yeah, and it's more than that,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
Their
yeah.
sauces are like,
Oh,
like
yeah.
so up here, Italian food has a lot of really good sauces, and we all know what they are.
Yeah.
Or gravies, but they have a whole different,
Yep.
type of, and
And
it's rich.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
And you can tell when it's good stuff
Good.
because the good stuff is is flavored. Like it's not spicy.
Right.
If it's if it's hot and you got a drink and you sweating because it's spicy.
Yeah.
Spicy is not Cajun. Spicy is stupid. I guess I don't know. Spicy. That good Cajun stuff, that good stuff your mama cooked.
Yeah.
You feel it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do know what you mean.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I've had some good food with you down there. Give an update to everybody too, Cliff. How's the family? How's the kids? Everybody good?
Wait, did we get 3?
What?
There was top 3.
Oh,
I
thought
got
we got 3.
I got bald seafood and stew.
Oh, balls.
Stew.
Oh, we need one more, Cliff.
Yeah. And then you got to go fry catfish.
Yes.
Cats.
Yes.
Fry cats.
Yeah.
That you caught on the jug lines. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Rizzo is big into catfish. So.
Yeah. Dude, so all summer long, I catch catfish on the flats. I mean, they destroy more jackhammers than you could ever imagine. So I started.
So he eats them out of revenge.
Everyone,
he eats their
everyone
ass
that's,
out of revenge.
that's about like this or smaller. Oh, it's catching the grease, son.
That's
It's,
right.
everyone, I'm gonna eat them this weekend. Actually.
Now,
Hell
Riz,
yeah.
do you cook them Cajun style, or how do you do your catfish?
So I go flour, egg wash, breadcrumbs and flour combo. The breadcrumbs and flour combo is seasoned up with whatever's in the pantry at the time:
Yeah.
salt, pepper, seasonings, cayenne, whatever, and then just drop them in the oil. Yep. Let it crack.
Let it
Wow. I've been known to eat some cats.
Hey,
Dude, yeah.
back to the food real quick. Shoe pick.
Say what?
Ooh, shoe pick.
A shoe pick boulette. Ooh.
Yes.
Good.
Hold on.
Shoe pick. Well, you know what a
A
shoe. Well, hold on.
boulette.
Put Brian on the spot on this.
You know
one.
what a shoe pick is?
shoe pick.
A shoe pick.
Yeah,
You've
It
caught
sounds like
shoe.
something
It's
you
like
used
a-
to get your shoelaces
it's like,
untied.
it's like a shoehorn.
You've caught shoe pick.
You get your boot in the what?
Rizzo, both of you guys have caught shoe pick.
Mudfish?
Mudfish?
Mudfish,
Yeah.
bullfin, dogfish,
Grinnell.
grinnell.
It probably tastes just like a snakehead, right? They look about the same.
Yeah, I think they cousins or something.
They're long lost cousins.
cousins.
Say Cuddins.
They're half.
So how is it, dude?
The shoe pick?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Really?
Yeah, you grind it up like potatoes and
You grind it up. You're like eating a dinosaur.
Oh, so you
man.
do it in a patty.
yeah, in a patty.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Huh,
good
okay.
stuff.
Dude, I can remember being at my mom's house eating shoe picking garfish balls. It was awesome.
Garfish bones for people listening. It was so quick, dude. It's
It
like
was
one,
all-
one syllable.
No,
That's that food. Like,
Yeah.
you can make them up like that.
Yeah. See, and that's to me is amazing because that like bowfin, gar to a lot of people are junk fish or
Yeah.
trash. But if you find the right way to cook it, it's good fish.
Well, they run them people down there in the swamp way back when they survived on whatever
Whatever
they
you
could.
could get, yeah.
And I guess it's carried on. But yeah, so I'm gonna go fish. Back to my
Yeah.
favorite food, either fried or shoe pick, boulettes. But yeah, back to my family.
Yeah. How's everybody doing? How are the kids doing?
Well, I got a herd of them. I got Ben and Lee.
You got a herd of them.
You do.
And bro, I bring them dudes run jug lines and catch some catfish, and it's awesome. The jugs going down,
Yeah.
and they trying to catch them. That's awesome. We did baseball season this year. That was interesting. And then I got my little ones, Les and Jane. They 16 months old, and it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. All led. If it would not be for our leader, my beautiful wife Sarah,
Yeah.
we would all be
Yeah.
we'd be in a bind.
You would be in a bind. I can relate to that, dude. It's a tough.
Same.
Yeah, same. Like we were talking earlier when we were just sitting in the house talking. You know, it's a lot of time away from home. You know, this lifestyle, especially, you know, for you, you're touring, you know, full time. That's a lot of work for the wives that have to stay back. I know Sarah's got her hands full. She's got a lot of family support, but she's got a lot. She works harder than you sometimes.
She's a beast.
Yeah.
She gets it done.
Yeah.
And the funny part is, like, I'll get home tomorrow and try to help out and be there and she's like, just get out of the way. Just move.
She's got her own routine.
Yeah, just sit down and be quiet. And I say, yes, ma'am. yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I've learned a little bit. If you just make a cup of coffee in the morning, maybe fold some clothes.
Yeah.
Maybe just help out a little bit.
The little things.
Yeah, it goes a long way.
The little things.
But yeah, it's fishing's fun, dude. But being a dad is even.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
If I never
Funner.
catch another fish and
Yeah.
whatever, I wouldn't care.
Now, did you dream of that? Because like I talk to different dads out there, and I know I talk to dads that say, "Oh, I never wanted kids. You know, I'm glad I'm a dad, but I never really wanted kids." And I talk to other dads that are like, "Man, I wanted 6 kids. I wanted 8 kids. I wanted a big." I mean, is this something you thought about?
I wanted kids.
Yeah.
Because I just thought I did. I thought that's what you do.
Yeah.
Or as far as I know.
Yeah.
I know what kind of life I had.
Yeah.
So I thought, it was good. So I thought I'd try it another and being a dad. And, I got 4. And 1 and 2 was, 1 I was like, oh, my God, what we could do.
Yeah.
Number 2 was like, oh, world's over.
Yeah.
And then 3 and 4 came together.
Boom, boom.
Twins.
A double boom, boom.
And I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I couldn't, I couldn't see it any other way now.
Yeah.
I don't know how, it's kind of like, I guess it's just life. Kind of like your fishing career. If you try to plan it out, if you knew what you would go through before you started,
Right.
you never would start.
Right.
And the same thing, I guess, with kids. They got some tough spots in there and things get rough, but
Yeah.
it's all good. You just
Yeah.
keep plowing through it.
Keep
But
plowing through it.
it.
And the good news is you're going to get home earlier than expected tomorrow to see the kids, to see Sarah. You want to talk a little bit about that? Because, we're busy. A lot of times professional angler's a truck driver. He's a mechanic. He does a lot of stuff. He's also he books his own flights.
Travel agent.
He's a travel agent. And you what happened with all that?
Well, it's all a learning experience. So
Good mentality.
Brian's about to eat me up on this one.
Oh, gosh.
Bad. So a couple weeks ago, I'm planning my month, my schedule,
Yeah.
So we're going to Waddington. We're fishing Waddington this week, and then we're off for about a month, and then we go to Champlain. So that's about a 24-hour drive from me. And I didn't want to do that, so I said, man, I'll stop at Mike's house, drop my boat off, and I'll fly home. Save me a bunch of driving time. So I booked a Google flights from New Jersey. You live in New Jersey.
Yep.
To New Orleans.
Right.
Well,
We're in Jersey.
Yeah.
Makes sense so far.
And you
The
didn't
best.
have your globe in your pocket.
I didn't have my globe in my pocket.
That's right.
So the airport in New Jersey closest to your house is in, what's that city, Brian?
Newark.
Newark.
Newark. Newark.
So that is the airport in New Jersey, but it's 2 hours from your house.
Right.
Philadelphia airport's about
25 maybe from here.
30 minutes or something.
30.
Yeah, 30.
that.
30.
So I
And,
booked.
and there's Atlantic City. It's 35.
30.
So I booked in the wrong airport. And I was in the correct state. Well, I'm in the correct state where I'm staying, but
Right.
flying out of a different state.
Right.
So, my geography lesson for the day was kind of jacked up. So, but it's all good. So I got the flight booked out of the wrong airport.
Yeah.
Comes up, and it says, check into your flight. I'm like, perfect. I was in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And I seen Newark Airport. And I'm like, man, that don't seem right.
Hour and 40,
New
45
Jersey.
minutes.
So I pull up the directions on the map. I'm like, man, this ain't good. You know, they get that thing and this is the time you knew you had screwed up. Man. So anyway, canceled the flight out of New York.
Right.
Booked another one out of
Philly.
Philly.
And on top of all this, you get home earlier.
I get home a couple hours early.
So it all worked out.
Yeah, it's all good. See, life is good. Don't
Life
panic.
is good.
Just keep
See,
rolling.
this is Riz. This is the attitude I gotta be able to capture this attitude more, because even when all this was going down, so I'm in the office. I'm doing I had to do this little Zoom thing, and I'm doing some notes for the show, and I'm in there. Cliff comes in and tells me all this, and he's as calm as could be, you know, just like he is now. And dude, if that would have happened to me, Bri,
Stuff's breaking.
shit's breaking.
Becky.
Back. Fuck. I'm pulling my hair out, throwing shit.
That was almost. The life is good. Only it's nice and calm.
Yeah.
It goes so far, and then after that, when it hits that certain point, here comes Earl. Here comes Earl.
Oh man. Well, I'm glad it worked out. You get home.
Yeah,
you
me
get home
too.
early,
Oil.
so that's good.
Mike's like, I'll bring you to
Two-stroke.
Philly, bro. He's like,
Two-stroke.
I'll bring you to Philly. I ain't bringing
Oh
you.
yeah. When I heard he was, might have to fly out of Newark, I was like, I'll get you an Uber. We'll set the Uber up. It costs you another $150 to get an Uber
I don't
up there.
give a shit. I ain't driving.
I ain't
nowhere.
driving to Newark. I'll wake up at 2 in the morning and drive to Philly, but I ain't driving to Newark.
I'll give you a
Dude.
globe and $20. You're on your own, kid.
Dude was leaving me hanging, bro.
Use Ask Jeeves, find a new flight.
Oh man.
Yeah, don't go walking around Newark talking like that, Cliff.
Man, when I drive through Newark, I just get angry. When I get above a certain part of the line in the state, I immediately start texting people. It's such a shithole up here. I'm hitting potholes.
What's up with this dude needs? That's not cool. That's not good, bro. You have a heart attack.
I
Different
know.
parts of the state, dude. It's like you get South Jersey and North Jersey are two completely different things.
Yeah.
And to go into Newark and have to get out of there in one piece.
Remember
is
that time
like,
you found Pete's boat on the, or what was it?
Yeah.
Pete's boat in Jersey City.
Pete's documents.
Pete's documents
Pete's favorite documents.
in a Mexican restaurant in near Hopatcong.
Wow. What
Yeah.
was that whole thing? That was a disaster. What was that?
Yeah. So his boat docks, like the
Brand new
MSOs of
boat.
his boat,
Yeah.
he left them on like the back deck, and he drove away from the guy that was rigging his boat, and they blew off the
Yeah.
boat, right?
Yeah.
And so he got a call from somebody that had found them, and he gives me the address, and I'm going to this place, and he's like, yeah, just ask for I forget this guy's name. It was something like Yahweh, or I don't know, but I'm driving there, and I'm looking at the buildings, and I'm like, man, I've been in this kind of area before. This is going to be interesting. And I get up, all the windows are boarded up.
Yeah. Well,
Pete's documents, man.
Pete's documents. Dude, certain.
It was a Mexican restaurant and nobody spoke English, right?
Oh yeah. That was the kicker. Nobody spoke English. So when I walked in, I'm
Yeah.
trying to describe what I'm there for.
Boat.
The poor girl at the counter is like handing me she's handing me menus. You know what I mean?
Bogota.
Yeah.
Bogota.
Pete.
Yeah.
Pete.
El Boton.
Yeah.
No, but it
Post front Pete.
it does stress you out though. That being in that environment driving. And Cliff, I remember when you told me the story before. Coming to Philly, there's some stress there because we
Yeah.
launched at Frankfurt Arsenal. Dude, for a lot of the guys that were coming
The
in
whole
from out of
week. The whole week was just.
yeah.
Philly
Yeah, because
airport
when you're
closed, dude.
because when you're here, when you're in South Jersey, you feel
It's
this
all
is
good.
this country. But once you get across that bridge, you do get a
Changes.
little tensed
Dude,
up.
it's
and-
everything. It's everything that and most of us are not used to. Not only did you have the fish on the Delaware River
yeah.
with no fish,
There were some fish.
There was some fish.
Some fish.
but yeah, like just to get there
Mm.
was a deal.
Mm. Oh man, the funniest thing. I'm gonna tell a story again. This really happened. So Cliff was here. I don't know if you were in town for the Delaware River tournament or if it was something else, but you were staying here at the house, and we're heading to the Delaware, heading that way, heading toward Philly. And dude, we see a Go Devil drive past
At a stop sign.
at a
Yeah.
stop sign.
We might have been going to a rodeo.
We were going to a rodeo. We might have been going to
That's about right.
Cowtown,
Yeah, that's Woodstown.
and we
yeah.
saw a Go Devil
Yeah.
A go devil.
go past us. A Go Devil.
It's one of the motors that it can basically run in super
Oh,
shallow.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's your stuff.
Yeah. That's your stuff. So
So here we are in the middle of nowhere, New Jersey. A coon ass with a Yankee or whatever, whatever Nike is now. Like I mean, just totally everything is opposite.
Dude, we
had a
get
stop
dirty up
sign.
here. You guys don't know. We
Yeah.
get dirty too, man.
Yeah.
We walk in the mud.
Yeah, and then here comes this go devil.
Absolutely.
that was crazy. That was so. I remember that like it was
Summertime?
yesterday. It was so
Whoa.
surreal. I think
Summer-
it was summertime.
Yeah.
Yeah. But here's the thing about the boats that I'm glad you said that because I want to get this conversation. Bri, we kind of consider ourselves early adopters of the tiny boat movement. But
Early
you
adopters,
got
yeah.
but you guys at that part of the world, Louisiana, you guys were early adopters of tiny boats as well.
Yeah.
And you got a tiny boat story. You want to talk about that a little
Yeah,
bit?
let me get personal here for a minute.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Let me show you this.
Oh,
So I got this. My buddy sent me this text right here. Kind of a shout out.
Yeah.
I don't. Brian, can you see this?
no.
Can we get this? No.
Yeah, here. Hold on. We'll give it
Yeah.
to Brian.
So this dude right here, this is Kevin Medine.
Hold on, Brian. Let's give Kevin a little love here. Yeah.
So Kevin.
This is high tech. Hold on.
So Kevin used to own a bait shop he used to hang out at,
Yeah.
and he had, I guess his boat must have been about 18 foot,
Yep.
like 18 by 4, and had an aluminum deck.
John boat.
Yeah, but his was clean and new. So
Okay.
and I used to just borrow his. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But Kevin's one of them dudes taught me how to fish. But talking about the small boat,
What's your password? The screen locked.
Yeah. Say your password live on the air.
Your screen locked. I need your password.
That's pretty much perfect for the way the show started and everything.
Back to your story.
so my first one was my first boat was a skiff, aluminum skiff. It was like we'll get that picture later. Aluminum skiff. It was like 17 foot. I think 18 foot or so. It had 25 mercury on it. But the cool thing, my old man took a 3/4 inch sheet of plywood and shaved it and shaved
Decked
it and
it
shaved
out.
it
Fit it in.
and just fit in that boat.
Yeah.
And I even had 2 rod boxes.
Yeah.
And yeah, that boat was awesome. I had a block of wood. I had an old Evinrude trolling motor on it. And yeah, forever rode in them little boats. And what's cool about it is, you started in those little boats with 25s and 40s.
Yeah.
And we all had them ice chests with bilge pumps in them
Yep.
to circulate the water. And then you go up to, now driving a Blazer, 21-foot Blazer, 250 mercury, 2
Yeah.
power poles, 17 batteries, 50 rods.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to building me another small boat. Just
Yeah.
to fish around the house. So, and small boats are cool too.
It's true, right? Isn't there something like when you get in that little boat? Isn't there?
Innocent.
Right.
It's kind of innocent.
Right, Brian. We've talked about that before. We've actually had a tiny boat show. We had an entire Ike Live dedicated tiny boat show.
Yep.
But it is a simpler way to fish. Riz, you've got a tiny boat too. You take away all that, and I love my Bass Cat. You love your Blazer. We love our big boats. But dude, you take away all that high tech, noise and this and that and pain and this, and you got to do that, and it's just a simpler way to fish.
The cool thing about it, and I guess this might be to the younger kids or maybe the dude that can't afford a big boat.
Yeah.
Like what was cool in those little boats is you want to go over here, so you drive over here, or like at home it might take you 30 or 40 minutes to go wherever you want to get.
Right.
And once you get there,
Yeah.
you there.
Yeah.
You can't pick
Right.
up the place we fished at home in Spillway. That's a 30-minute ride in a small boat. Once you get there, you there. You got to
committed.
figure it out.
Yeah.
And you start bouncing around and making 500-yard moves to the
Yeah.
next spot or the next spot, not
Right.
15-minute runs. That's cool that you break down that area.
Simplifies things.
And
Yeah.
like in your mind, when you fish out of those boats, talking about being innocent and simple,
Yeah.
like you don't think about, man, what about there?
Right.
15 minutes away. What about there? 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
Instead of what about there? What about there? What about let me put a spinnerbait down and pick up a crankbait.
Right.
it's just
Do you think
it's small. It's just cool.
do you think that experience that you had it made you a better fisherman? Did it mold you to who you are today as a fisherman?
I probably need to go back to it some more.
Yeah.
And I've tried to do that. When I've fished at my best, I fished in that style.
Right.
Eyesight, and I'm trying to do that now.
Yeah.
Fish within eyesight, or like we talked earlier,
Yeah.
4 or 5 mile stretch.
Right.
Yeah, I think that makes you a better fisherman.
Yeah.
It makes you be a better fisherman. It takes the opportunity to do stupid stuff.
Yeah.
It takes that option out the window. So you can't do stupid shit.
Right.
You can't run from this beam 30 minutes up to that beam. It removes the chance to be an idiot.
Right.
Just put that on the side. It makes you grind and
Fish to fish.
Fish to fish.
Instead of run into ghosts and shadows,
I
right?
take
Yeah.
offense to that. I
Yeah.
could be an idiot in my boat. Thank you very much.
We all can.
But
Hell yeah.
that and the cool thing, man, fishing out of them small boats. I remember fishing when I was younger in them small boats, not being able to move and stay in those areas.
Yeah.
Like they should be flipping and that don't work, and then you change to the spinnerbait bait, and then but you get a chance to see that whatever that is that day.
Yeah.
Maybe it's fluttering a chatterbait. Maybe it's stopping going a crankbait. Maybe it's the end of the trees. Whatever that thing is that day.
Yeah.
Instead of running around burning gas
Right.
and doing pro shit, doing
Yeah.
pro stuff,
Yeah.
you fishing and you get to see that thing,
Right.
and you're like, oh, that was awesome.
Forces you to figure it out for what's going on right there, right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
It's such a good place to be, like in that flow state
Yeah.
where it's almost like it locks you into that. You have to figure it out here and now. I don't have any other options.
Right.
I can't
Yeah.
be dumb.
and as a fisherman, like a fisherman, tournament fisherman or not, that when you get that deal, when you figure out that retrieve, that bait, that pattern,
Yeah.
that thing, for me it's like $10 million. I don't care if I finish dead last. I don't care. Like I don't care if I'm broke. I don't care about nothing. I figured it out. I mean, it's the best feeling in the world. That's why you fish. It's awesome.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I want to jump in real quick and tell you that what he's saying is exactly the same in the kayak world. I wanted to throw that out there. I just fished an event up on Champlain. Dude, and it's the same thing, exactly what you just said.
Yep.
Dude, I can't pedal freaking 10 miles, right?
You're on
My-
Champlain. It's 100
I'm
something
on
miles long.
Champlain, and my radius with in practice I could use a Torpedo. My range is probably 8 to 10 miles. But pedaling, dude, my range is like 2-3 miles. I'm exhausted after a 3-mile pedal. So what you said is so true in kayak fishing too, which is you have to learn to use what's there. You have to learn to figure them out better and utilize the area that you have, you know?
And with all that being said, I love getting in my big boom. I love having big units and being able to run and
One in each hand.
yeah.
Keep going.
I like having all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's to be able to learn to use that stuff, so that when you need to make a 30-mile run,
Right.
when you need to make a 30-mile
Right.
run, you can not do it to use it as an excuse later when you don't catch them. So to better take the stuff you learn in a small boat
Yeah.
and the toughness and the grind, and then add it with the performance and the you got water, Coke, something like that. To better use that with technology and athleticism of them big boats, it's a real fine line you got to walk.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm good.
Make Ultra. It's kind of like water.
Ain't got no dew in there.
Yeah, there's Mountain Dew in there. Yeah, it's like water. Nah, Mountain Dew's good for you. What are you talking about?
Yeah, look at that.
Mountain Dew's good
It's the
for you.
same color as the founders, green
Yeah,
cans.
it's a green can.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? He meant Coke. See, like a Coke. I said Coke.
Yeah.
Mountain Dew is a Coke.
Yeah.
Any type of
Anything in that whole genre.
Coke, yeah. Give me
Yeah.
a Coke. What kind? Mountain Dew's fine.
It could be Pepsi. It could be
It don't matter. Yeah,
So
Coke is,
anything.
In Virginia and North Carolina, they actually don't serve coffee in the mornings at gas stations or anywhere. I asked for coffee, and I got handed a styrofoam cup just of Mountain Dew. That,
No.
that was the option. And the breakfast food option was fried chicken.
Fried
at
chicken
6 a.m.
on a biscuit or just fried
No,
chicken?
just fried chicken.
Wow.
Bojangles.
Yep.
Huh.
Yep.
Wow.
Shout out to Kerr Reservoir, Bugs
yeah.
Island.
Different parts of the country
If
have
Senior
different
was
deals.
down there with a sandwich truck, he'd own that.
Oh, he
place,
would own
dude.
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's moving down there.
That's-
Maybe.
That's his plan.
Oh man.
I saw Senior this weekend. It was good to
Did
see
you?
him. Saw him at the canal. Yeah, he fished with Bob.
How'd they
Yeah.
do?
What about Bob?
I think they had a tough day. They had caught a lot of fish, but they caught little ones.
I got you.
Caught
But
little
it was,
ones.
it was good to see Senior.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man,
Had a
for
tournament.
real.
Cliff, I want to segue. It's a great segue time. Talk about tournament fishing. Want to get an update? How's the tournament season going? How you feeling about your season this year? What's happening in tournament life?
So tournament life for me is on the Bass Pro Tour, Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour.
Yep.
We fished 5 so far this year. Started off the year real happy, right? Where I wanted to be frogging, throwing a
Yep.
frog at Rayburn, had a top 10. And then I've had some tournaments that need improvement. I finished in the middle of my pack, a little bit below the middle of my group on the rest of my tournaments. And but I think I'm fishing well. I'm just barely kind of missing some stuff. I feel good. I'm having fun, and I'm learning. I feel like I'm learning again.
Yeah.
And I'm focusing on doing the small things, doing enough small things right, and make the big things. So.
Well, you are changing as an angler, though, and we talked about it. You just mentioned it a second ago. You're evolving a little bit, right?
Yeah, you got it.
You're changing because listen to this. Brian the Carpenter and
He bought a
Rizzo.
spinning rod.
You ready for this?
Talk to me.
I put Cliff on the spot. I said, that last event on St. Lawrence, I said, how many spinning rods did you have on your deck? 4, bro. Cliff Crochet with 4 spinning rods on the deck. I almost had a heart attack
Did you
right
pick
there on the
any up?
spot.
I did. I threw a hair jig most of the time.
How about that?
How heavy?
Yeah, that's talking about like trying to get better.
1/8
and do the 1/8 ounce for the single.
Cinco tip on it.
Yeah.
Trying to get better and trying to do small things right. Like so, I'll give you an example of that. I fished St. Lawrence River before. St. Lawrence is just one big bayou. I don't know, like 90 miles long.
One big bayou.
One big
One
bayou.
big
That's all it
bayou.
is.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
what I'm trying to do, we talked about this earlier, within eyesight.
Yeah.
If you try to jump down a river, you end up in Lake Ontario and you didn't fish nothing.
Right.
So
Just run without ever figuring them out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I finished 30th in my group this week. I had 75 pounds over 2 days, which is
That's stout.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good for me anyway. So I didn't get the finish I wanted, but I found an area, I found a pattern, and I caught my biggest 5. I think would have been almost 21 and a half, 22 pounds first day. So not the finishes I want,
Yeah.
but getting better. Now, with that being said, I still have a chance to qualify for Red Crest.
Yeah.
I'm going to need 2 solid tournaments to qualify for Red Crest. And I still have a chance to I didn't see the standings yet, but I'm right around the cut. I was right in the cut for heavy hitter. So season's not going exactly how I want it, but I have a good opportunity to finish strong, have some good tournaments,
Yeah.
make some good decisions, and qualify for Red Crest. And anytime you qualify for the championship in your circuit,
Yeah.
life
good
is
thing.
good.
Yeah. I wonder, like, I see a lot of anglers evolve, right? A lot of anglers change as their career goes on, and they change things in their style of fishing, right? How much of how you're evolving and adapting as an angler, how much of it is related to fishing MLF and not things that you would have normally done? Are these changes? You know what I'm saying? Are you evolving because of the format of MLF, or are you evolving as an angler above MLF?
Both.
Okay.
So like when you go to St. Lawrence River and please got him, it's loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to largemouth fish. I wanted to chase largemouth. but you gotta have common
Is the
sense.
frog rod out?
I threw it a little bit.
How's it in the current?
But you know a place
Why's the frog down there already?
Whenever when they gonna catch them, you know, kind of when you go to Rome, you do as the Romans do. It's one of them deals.
Yeah.
And the good thing about the Major League Fishing format is you have to get bites.
Right.
It kind of puts you back into that stage we talked about in the small boats. Like you have to figure it out. I enjoy fishing 5 fish.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
2 rods. Let's go frogging and flipping. Let's get after it. But you kind of end up in that rut. No matter what, like you can win any tournament frogging and flipping in the country. And I chased it plenty of times.
Yeah.
But you kind of get blinders on.
Right.
So fishing that format is kind of refreshing because it opens up fishing again. And then you're like, oh wow, this is fun. Maybe I can put my frog down and do this a little bit more. So
I can see that.
You know, if
but you're the extreme example too, right? Because listen, I'm just being honest with me. You ready? You are the best flipper, one of the best flippers and froggers I've ever seen. You are. I'm just saying.
I wouldn't go that far.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You are really good at flipping and frogging. And you built your career on power fishing, flipping and frogging, right? You've had big wins flipping and frogging.
Might want to research that. Might be a question.
And then you were ripped from that and put into this world where 5 big ones didn't matter, right?
Yeah.
That's a tough adjustment, man. That's a tough adjustment. And I'm not saying that in a negative way.
Right.
I'm saying it's making you a better angler. I think it is. I'm just saying it's a big change.
It is a change because that frogging and flipping was a defense mechanism. You're like, if I got in the bind, whatever.
Right.
I'm going frogging. Like, I'm running as far as I can that way, and I'm going to start frogging. and
till you run out of water?
Till I run out of water. Yep. And I start fishing.
Cool. Let's go.
And that's good, and it works sometimes, and sometimes it was a bomb.
Yeah.
But it was almost it was very careful at times. Like it was like I don't care. I'll just go frogging and get it done. And in this format, you can't do that.
Right.
You almost got to dance to the music that's being played.
Yeah.
And it's fun. Now, what else is fun about that is when that situation comes up where you can grab that frog and that flipping stick and get after it.
Yeah.
They're just like, I mean, when I got to Rayburn, I knew that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
Because I knew it would, that could play, and that water temp came, and it was all. So now when I get to do that, it's even more fun.
Right.
But on the flip side, when it's not time to do that, I'm getting better at putting it down and doing other stuff.
Right. Yeah. See, I was the opposite. You know, it's funny. It's like when I was fishing MLF, and when MLF was, Bri, you know this. When I was fishing MLF, and MLF format was every legal fish counted, and there was a time at which, as long as it was a legal fish, then they changed it to a pound. Dude, that was me in my element. Dude, I was, you know, Brian.
That's us.
That's me.
Yeah.
That's Jersey. That's here.
We're lucky to catch anything.
Dude, I was like, when any fish counted, that was my frogging and flipping, right?
Yeah.
And I felt like, I'm just being honest now. I'm like, I felt like, dude, this is where I belong. This is my shit. And then people started bitching and moaning, blah, blah, blah.
Cliff, our Thursday nighter last week on Cooper River, 2 for 5.5 won.
Yep.
And I felt like they were biting pretty good because a lot of people had 2, 3 fish. Like we had 3, they didn't quite measure 5.5, and I was like, man, somebody's got them.
Yeah.
You know?
But then you know, like,
just saying perspective.
And then in the history here, as MLF evolved and they went and did their own thing, and you know, and then the guys started bitching, this is small fish show, and they bowed down to the unhappy fans, which they shouldn't have never done. But anyway, you know, when it got away from that, when it got to 2 pounds, now it's a fluctuating thing. You know, I know that one was 1.8 or whatever. I was like, man, that's not me. Like, that's getting away from who I am.
Like, I'll give you a prime example. We was at Lake Winnebago on.
Yeah.
And it was late in the day, and I'm fishing the deal, and you came up, and you were flipping. I didn't notice at the time. You told me after. You were flipping any type of rock point, rock bank, rock anything. You run up, you flip. I mean, doing Ike and Ellie deal. Pull in like an animal, flip, take off like an animal. Run over there, fish. And so, like, you were running a pattern, like, in an area doing that deal. I had a bad habit of getting away from that, where I was just going that way.
Right.
Frogging and flipping. And I'm trying to get back to that pattern within an area, 3-4 mile stretch.
Right.
And it's fun. It's fun to learn and try new things, and because like when you see it and when you do new things, it's like it's new energy.
Yeah.
So it fishing's fun like that, dude. I mean, can you imagine like you like to flip a mini flip all the time? You flip a mini flip. Then you start flipping a lizard. Could you imagine if you caught a fish on a lizard tomorrow? Like a whole new world will open up. Like
I can relate to that because honestly, right now where my career is at, I'm having a lot more fun fishing for new species. Seriously, like next week, I'm filming a show, and we're fishing for flounder, tog, blackfish, and stripers all on the same day. And I feel like what you're talking about, right? It's not in a competitive bass tournament setting, but it's new. And so I definitely understand what you're saying. It feels fresh, you know?
Remember when you was younger fishing, and like you caught one on, whatever bait, maybe a buzz bait.
Yeah.
You couldn't wait for Saturday to go catch one on a buzz bait.
Oh,
it didn't matter if the world was blowing up. Going to catch one on a buzz bait.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about fishing, man. When you're doing new stuff and new techniques and stuff, it's fun to.
It is fun.
That's one of the greatest feelings to have in fishing. It's like when you figure out something new and like a new bite, and like I've experienced this with Mike like several times, where like I learn a little something and I cannot wait to get back out and do it again because it's fresh, And I think that's kind of like where you're at with the saltwater. Is that you've been doing the bass for a million years, and now you're chasing these other critters.
It's new stuff, it's new ways to fish. It's a new species. He bites different. He's living different. You know, new lures.
Pulls different. Like all of it. Everything's
different. Cliff, before we take a break, I want to ask you one last question. You've been doing this for a while now. You're an established pro. You're not a rookie. You're not a new guy. You got sponsors. You're established. You're in it,
got
man.
like 5 or 10 kids.
Yeah, 5 or 10 kids. You're
almost
in
the
it.
whole team.
Yeah. I want to know, give us, what is your long-term goal as a professional angler, right? So let's just say you're going to be in this for another 20 years. What's your long-term goal as a professional angler? What do you want to do?
Oh man, I want to make a living, of course.
Yeah.
I want to win. I
want to win.
I've only got I only got one win. I want to win.
Yeah.
I want to win, and I want to get to a point to where it was like it was all worth it.
Yeah.
Like I want to see this thing grow and get bigger and snowball, and then in the end be able to walk away and whenever I want to walk away. And you want to walk, you want to be a great one. You want to be, you want to be a dude, a player in the game. But if my career carried on the way it is right now forever, and I was a grinder and I did my deal, it's all good. I had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had fun. I did all I could. I tried hard. I had fun. I supported myself. I lived the dream. Life is good.
Yeah.
If it all ended today and I had to go, pick up rocks.
Yeah.
I did it for 12 years. It's great. Life is good.
Yeah.
But when my career is said and done, I want to be a winner. I want to be a grinder.
Yeah.
I want to be tell you the truth, the only thing I wanted in fishing, I told one of my buddies, way back when, was fishing team tournaments, and it's still true today, and it'll be true in 20 years from now. All I ever really wanted from fishing was to be able to walk into a room and know somebody leaned over and said, that dude over there is bad to the bone. He's good.
Yeah.
That's all I've ever wanted from fishing.
Yeah.
And I feel like after 12 years fishing professionally, I'm getting there.
Yeah.
But I want that's kind of, I guess that's wrap it all in one. I just want to be known as a good fisherman.
Yeah. Yeah. And dude, we've talked about this before. You were doing other stuff before you turned pro.
Mhm.
You're doing something you love.
Yeah.
Whether it's a good day of fishing or a bad day of fishing, you're doing something you enjoy and you're passionate about. That's
Yeah.
important.
And the good thing about it, or one of the biggest things about it, is that we lucky because we don't have to wonder. Like
Right.
I feel bad for the dude at home that's like, man, I wonder if I could have
Right.
opened my own business, or if I could have fished for a living, or
Yeah.
if I could have whatever. Thankfully, I had the people behind me that had enough sense and enough, or maybe they had no sense. I don't know. But like my old man told me, he's like, yeah, go, you can do what you want.
Yeah. You had the support there.
Yeah, like, and I think if I'd have wanted to ride a skateboard, he'd have told me to ride a skateboard. If I
Yeah.
wanted to play piano, I'd play piano.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah, dude, go
That's
ahead.
awesome.
I'm sure you could do it.
Yeah.
And that's probably the biggest thing. I'll never have to wonder.
Yeah.
I may not be a good fisherman.
Yeah.
I may or may not be a lot of things, but I'll never have to wonder.
Yeah.
I tried. I figured it out. I know the answer. Yeah, I could do it. And hopefully I get to do it for a lot longer. But that's probably the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I know the answer.
Well, Cliff, I can tell you, you're going to do it for a lot longer, and you're going to win. You're
I hope
you're
so.
going to win. You're going to win again. And Brian the Carpenter, that same wonder of wondering.
Wait, am I going to win?
Yeah, no, he thinks that every day. He
When do I get a win?
He's saying, man, I
When you
wonder.
go slingshot me in for
I
a win,
wonder.
Cliff?
He's always wanted to be a male stripper.
No.
I wonder if I can pull
I
it off.
wonder if I could have been that male stripper. I wonder if I could have been Dirk Diggler. He always wonders that. Every day when he gets out of the shower and looks in the mirror. That's what he's wondering. Riz, what do we
Take it away, Richard.
Yeah, Riz, we're going to take a break. Before we take a break, let's catch up on IMs. What do we got? We got anything good coming through for Cliff?
Yeah, we got a lot of great questions here on the board. A lot of good interaction. Ton of people hanging out with us tonight. Great numbers. Excited to see everybody back on the board. But Mike B wants to know, Cliff, what's your favorite lake to fish outside of the great state of Louisiana?
Outside, I like that great state of Louisiana. What that's about?
What is that?
What is that noise?
Locust?
Garage?
I don't know. It's the garage door, yeah.
My favorite lake outside Louisiana. I like the whole state of Florida.
Huh.
I like Florida.
Lake Florida?
I like Florida. If I had to pick one place, I'm going Mississippi River, La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Oh, I'd agree. I'd say that's in my top 10.
Yeah, Mississippi River, La Crosse,
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Frog in Paradise also.
Frogging.
Flipping, Frog in Paradise.
Yeah, it's the cool thing about the river La Crosse is like you look over here and it's downtown.
Yeah.
And you look over here and it's mountains and whatever.
Yeah.
And you look over here and it's marsh.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot going on
Yeah.
in La Crosse.
It is cool. And I like it. It's mazy. Like you could get in a little deal and go forever.
Yeah.
And you kind of feel lost sometimes,
Especially at Goose Island.
Oh,
They
yeah.
just
I like
destroy
that.
a prop, get stuck.
Oh, yeah. It's fun, isn't it? What else you got, Riz?
Yeah. What's your favorite species of fish to catch other than bass?
And you can't say shoe pick.
Can't say shoe pick.
No shoe pick.
I don't know. I'm pretty lucky living in Louisiana. We got a lot of coastal stuff, and every now and then I get out and go catch redfish.
Oh.
And redfish are really fun to catch. That's fun to catch. The cool thing about a redfish is they are completely savages. They're like a souped-up bass.
Oh, yeah.
So you can catch them. You can catch them on popping corks. A lot of people fish popping corks or traditional saltwater stuff. But you can catch redfish on spinnerbaits, chatterbaits, rattle.
I love
A rattle trap
Rattle
bite is
trap.
awesome.
Yeah.
A ribbit. So the fact that they like a bass is cool because it's I like to throw and reel and big fish and they pull real hard. So
Yes.
outside of a bass, I'm going redfish.
All right. And what's your favorite thing to catch other than a fish?
Oh.
A nap. Oh.
Yeah, you got a lot of critters
Siesta.
down there. You got gators, you got snakes, all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
like the
frog
nap,
you do
dude.
some
The
frog
nap
gigging
sounds
down there.
amazing.
I do a little bit frogging. I guess I'm gonna say frogs probably.
Yeah.
Either frogging or I like to catch a nap. Either
Yeah.
catch a frog or catch a nap.
You ever mess with the gator hunting?
No, never did.
No.
Never did. The closest I got to gator hunting was way back when, before Swamp People took off. I was in Lake Verret fishing, and Troy and T. Clint were going gator hunting, and I spun a hub on my prop, my motor.
Spun a hub.
And And Troy was like, "Buddy," he's like, "I gotta go. I'll catch you on the way back." And they went gator hunting, and I caught another ride back to the ramp. The dudes left me in the. They didn't leave me. They were gonna check on me on the way back.
They left you in the bayou.
Yeah, so that's the closest I got to gator hunting.
Wow. See, Brian, that's another good vote there from Cliff for we're all turning 50 really soon.
Come on.
And we're talking about a guys 50 trip next year, and we're seriously considering Louisiana because of the opportunities from
or Golden Corral.
yeah, or
You know
Golden
what I mean?
Corral
You get there
restaurant.
early on a Sunday morning.
Yeah,
Early bird special.
but
Why would you not do Louisiana?
Louisiana is
I
a
want to
good
do
one,
Louisiana,
right?
Louisiana or Alaska.
Alaska's
but-
good. Alaska would be a good one.
Yeah.
Alaska would be cool.
All right.
But I like Louisiana.
I mean, Louisiana, you could do New Orleans deal.
No.
You could do the red fishing deal. You
Yeah.
could do bass fishing deal.
Yeah.
We could do. You could do. I don't know about gator hunting, depending on when you come. Worst case scenario, we can set you up with at least a conversation with some famous gator hunters. I mean, you can do it all. You got the cooking.
It's a lot there.
Yeah,
I like Louisiana.
I like Louisiana.
Yeah,
better
that's
yeah.
in my top 2.
For real.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's.
Yeah.
Hank's
All
on
right.
vacation and ready to roll. So.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, listen. You're watching a brand new Ike Live. We just had a amazing conversation with the one and only Cajun baby, Cliff Crochet. Hang in there with us. We're going to take a little break. When we come back, Bassmaster Classic champion Hank Cherry joins us.
2-time.
Hang in there.
You know, right now where we're standing, we're in Camden, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Philadelphia is right there. This is the concrete jungle. And, you know, a lot of those kids, as they grow up, they don't fish. It's interesting because they're surrounded by water, you know, the Delaware River, the Schuylkill, ponds, city park lakes, but they don't have the influence to cast, to fish, to have a rod and reel. And that became our focus, you know, is to target kids in what we call non-traditional areas, you know, urban areas, city centers, where the population's high, and let these kids have an experience. You know, it's amazing. I mean, some of the experiences we've had, whether it's Central Park in New York City, here in Camden, other parts of the country, even just casting.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable to see it, isn't it?
Yes.
It's unbelievable.
Yes.
And you know, you see these kids have this experience they've never had, and they light up, you know? The big thing, I think, for the Ike Foundation is we're not saying we want all these kids to become professional anglers.
Yeah.
Be great if some of them did, but we want them to have that fishing experience because it ties them to so many other positive things. The outdoors, nature, conservation. Ecology, you know, all these amazing things in life that maybe they wouldn't have been exposed to any other way. We're trying to help with that. So it's important. It's important for us. We're proud of it.
TH Marine has been producing top-of-the-line marine accessories to rig boats from transom to trolling motor for decades. From jack plates to fish care to LEDs, TH Marine has you covered. TH Marine, outfitting your boat from transom to trolling motor.
At Founders Brewing, we asked ourselves, what if we brewed a beer perfect for any occasion? A beer that makes a weekday feel more like the weekend, and the weekend feel more like an adventure. What if we brewed a beer that brought us together and allowed us to be ourselves? A beer that is just as much of a companion as it is a reward at the end of the journey. What if we explored the unknown together and found a new way to celebrate taste and flavor and life's simple pleasures? And what if we brewed a beer that could go where you go without slowing you down? Founders All Day IPA, low ABV and full flavor that goes where you go. Perfect for any occasion.
we're excited to announce our brand new partnership with an amazing company, Heshi Socks. That's spelt Heshi Socks. Go to heshysocks.com to check out my brand new Mike Iaconelli collection. That's right, I have my own custom socks in tournament colors. I promise you, you will never, I mean never, find a more comfortable sock. The great news, all my socks are under $10 a pair when you use our promo code IKE20. Go to heshysocks.com, use the promo code IKE20 to get the most comfortable socks in the world.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to a brand new edition of the Ike Live Show. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. I know we are. We're here in the studio chilling. Sitting to my left, the one and only Cliff Crochet. Cajun, baby. Cliff, thanks for being in the studio.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, this is awesome. Great conversation. Want to remind you tonight, if you're watching, if you're over at Facebook, do me a favor, stop real quick, like and share the feed. Like and share the feed. If you do that, you're going to be entered in a chance to win the world-famous Ike Live gift bag. Also, your input is critical tonight. If you have a question or comment or something you're listening to and you just want to say something, please hit us up on the IM right there at the bottom of your screen. Also, we're checking our social media feeds on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Ike Live Show if you want to comment over there as well. We've got Brian Carpenter.
Yes.
This is great because I'm excited because this is actually 2 weeks in a row that I've had an opportunity to talk to Hank.
That's right.
So this is cool.
We had him on Bass U.
We had him on Bass University.
Talked about hooks and
we got to talk
baits and
shop
stuff. Yeah.
with Hank, and
Sinking.
now we have him on Ike Live Show. So that's really
It's
cool.
all you, dude. This was your request. You got you got an agenda here.
Okay. Well, I'm so
I like it. I
I do like it. I do like it. I'm so glad I have him, and I'm going to uphold my promise, and I'm going to remind him of that promise once we get him on here. Is he ready?
Ready to go. Dude.
Okay. Joining us live on Ike Live, been on the show many times before. Not one,
Nope.
but two-time
Yeah.
Bassmaster Classic champion. Hank Cherry.
Let's go.
Join us on the show.
How's it going?
Hank,
How you doing?
how you doing tonight?
Doing good. On vacation with the family down at the beach. Been flounder fishing all day. It's been a good day.
Flounder fishing. Man, a little change of pace from bass fishing. I like it.
I was going to sharpen up my drop shot skills for the current up north. So I figured we'd get out and took Christian out in the boat today. We took the Sea Arc out, and he caught his actual personal best 25-incher today.
Wow, 25-inch flounder. So what are we talking weight-wise? I judge everything by weight. We talking about a 5-6 pounder? What are we talking about?
Somewhere around that 4 to 5 pound range.
Nice. I consider that a doormat for sure.
That's huge for around here.
That's good. Now, I'm just assuming you guys catching them on gulp or bucktails, or what are you using?
Sometimes gulp. Today we were drifting with mullet minnows.
Mullet minnow. Cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I appreciate you taking time out of a vacation, and I know how busy you've been since winning the Classic. We joked with you on Bass U a week ago. Brian Carpenter, what did you say, 2,647 podcasts Hank's done in the last 3 weeks? Is that what it was?
Yep. But we're probably the only ones he's had to do twice.
That's right. We are the only one who's had to do twice. And
apologies.
Yeah.
Sorry, Hank.
And I promise you, Hank, I'm going to uphold this promise. Tonight on the show, I will not ask you any fishing technical related questions whatsoever. Zero. No questions about bass fishing whatsoever.
Well, that would be a nice change of pace.
Hey, can I ask Hank a question?
Of course, Cliff.
Hank, Hank, how you doing?
Raise your hand, Cliff.
Hank, can I ask Hank a question? Hank, congratulations on the Classic. Can you hear me?
I think
Mike,
you can hear me.
Can you hear me, Hank?
I got you.
All right, congratulations on the Classic. And he's talking about Christian, his son. I don't know how old Christian is now. I guess probably 9, 10, 11, something like that. How old is he now?
He's 11.
11.
11.
So we was in I guess we was in Knoxville fishing that was the first tournament at Cherokee on the Elite Series that year.
Yeah.
And me and Hank and Colby and Jacob was up there eating chicken wings, watching the Super Bowl. And Atlanta got up on New England by like 21 points or something. And Hank was on the phone with Christian having to chill him out because Christian was all mad because New England was down and getting beat. It was the coolest thing in the world.
Wow.
And then New England came back and won. But I remember Christian, I remember that forever.
Yeah.
The dude was pissed off because New England was getting beaten. Hank was like, Hank had like talked to his son over the phone to chill him out. Dude, it's all good. They got a lot of game left, and they come back and win the game.
Look at that. I love it.
He gets pretty emotional sometimes.
I love it. That competitive spirit, passing it down, Hank. That's how it works.
Oh.
The genes are strong.
The genes are strong.
He is super competitive. He thought we were having a flounder tournament today. You'd have thought in the boat the way he was acting.
I know a little guy like that too. His name's Vegas. So
Rich when he takes his guide clients out.
Yeah, Rich when he wants to beat his guide clients, beat their heads in. Hank, first question: how busy has it been? Now, when you win a classic, it's all new, things are crazy, but this is your second one, so I know it's been busy. But has it been more of a controlled environment the second time around, or are you just totally wiped out, head spinning, phone ringing? How's it been the last few weeks?
With Jacqueline and a few people over at Bass have helped me out. We've been able to keep it under control. I've done a lot of interviews, a lot of podcasts. I've had a lot of requests for meetings. People already bugging you, asking you about the third one when I'm just trying to celebrate the second one. But this time around, it's just a total different experience because we're not shut down by the pandemic.
Yeah,
I'm seeing a lot more people. It's been a lot of fun. I mean, it really has. We sat down here at the beach the other night to go eat, and a lady came up and tapped me on the shoulder and said her husband wasn't going to come talk to me, but she was, and he'd already walked out with his son because he didn't want to speak to me. And they were telling me that they're proud and they watched the tournament. They're big fans. And would it be all right if she brought him back in the restaurant so she could come get a picture? They didn't want to interrupt dinner. So, I mean, it's still hard to get used to that. I mean, I enjoy it and I appreciate it. But other than that, man, we're just trying to finish the year strong, and then we'll take care of business when the year's done.
Yeah, it's interesting, Hank, because, for years and years and years, the Bassmaster Classic was the ending point to the season, right? Like when I won, it was sort of the season was done, and it was, you kind of had already relaxed, and then you gear up for this. But you guys have it different, now. So you do. How many events? 2 events left. Am I correct?
We got two left, Champlain and St. Lawrence.
Yep. That's interesting because I'll be honest with you. I'd be mind fucked in a sense, and what I mean by that is, dude, like after I won the Classic, like I was on cloud 9 for like 4 months. Like I couldn't concentrate. I couldn't think. I was smiling. Dude, how the hell are you going to go drop shot when you're smiling,
That dude don't drop shot. He's going to throw a jerk bait.
Well, how are you going to jerk bait when you're smiling? You know what I'm saying, Hank, right? Because I know, it's a big deal. And now you got to go focus on 2. That's got to be tough.
It's like Cliff said earlier, man, this is what I wanted to do my whole life. It's my dream I'm living. I'm not mad about it. I'm going to go. I'm just going to go and have fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got the next one made. I got a chance to pull somebody else in by double qualifying. And, I just, I would like to go up north one time and have it all go my way where they don't go jumping off or act stupid at the boat and just see what I could do. But, man, I had to fish all last year after I won. We had the whole season ahead of us.
Yeah.
With the pandemic, moved everything from the spring to the fall. So that was a totally different challenge. But, this time around, man, I'm just enjoying it. I'm kind of like you. Yeah. It's still kind of hard to believe that that it happened.
Yeah.
I'm so thankful that it happened, but I'm just taking it one day at a time, just enjoying life. And I'm ready to go after them and get the season done.
Awesome.
Still got a chance to jump into the top 10 to get some of that extra bonus money. So I'm just ready to go get it done.
That's awesome. That's good to hear. Yeah, Cliff, what do you got?
We were talking about fishing. We were talking earlier about fishing areas and making it work in that area.
Yeah.
Hank Cherry. Hank fishes within. Hank, how far you run from boat ramp? About no more than 3 miles. Within eyesight of the boat ramp, Hank Cherry has won more money in his career within 3 miles of the boat ramp.
It's a great strategy. Worry about the fish and not the running, right? It's a great strategy.
Well, usually what happens is if I don't put in where we take off from and I choose another site, I'm one of those guys that starts fishing. I start looking instead of start graphing and running around. And then by the time I've spent a day, I've established an area that I like. And instead of trying to go confuse myself and do other things, I go back to that area and try to find something else in that area.
Yeah.
And that's just all. It's always worked for me.
Yeah. It's a great strategy. It's a great strategy, and it doesn't spread you too thin. Hank, I want to ask you this. I'm going to put you on the spot on this one. And we've had, in the 7 years here of Ike Live, we've had some amazing classic champs on. And I've asked them all this same question. So I'm going to put you on the spot and ask you tonight. When you win a classic, it puts you on a platform, right? You've got a voice. You've got a soapbox for an entire year. This is your second year in a row. And I'll give you a story real quick before I ask you this question. When Takahiro won the year after I won the classic, right? So I gave him the trophy. It was a cool moment. I was on stage. I got to hand it over to Tio. He accepted it. And then later the next day or that afternoon, I ran into Tio and we were talking personally, one-on-one. And I said, man, awesome. Congratulations. This is great. Man, dream come true. I said, Tio, what's going to be your platform for your classic reign, right? Like, what are you going to do with this win? And I felt like it was an important question to ask him. And Tio, and I'll do my best Tio imitation for you, said,
yes.
Oh, Mike, no, I just want to fish. And I was like heartbroken, you know. He actually ended up. I was heartbroken, Hank, because he
like
didn't
ready
really,
to help him. You know?
Yeah, no, I wanted to know, and he was like, I don't want to do anything, you know. But he actually ended up having a great platform because he ended up going to Japan. He sort of created this worldwide unity of bass anglers. So he did. He just didn't say it to me, you know. But I want to ask you tonight, Hank. You've got another year of being a classic champ. Have you guys thought about it? Do you know what your platform is going to be? What's your motivation? What's your goals? What message are you going to try to spread?
Well, I've got one that I really can't talk about, but it'll come to light more as the year turns when we get ready for next year. But
okay.
Second thing I'm going to do, I'm going to spend a lot of time with the Woods to Water people. We got a lot of classes getting together for, the youth all the way to the college anglers.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do a lot of teaching, and I'm going to teach the college kids, the ones that are aspiring to do this for a living. I'm not going to teach them about fishing. I'm going to talk to them about a budget, how to get around, the realities of what could happen, why your education is important, need something to fall back on. I'm going to talk to them about that stuff because I think too many of them have this idea that, hey, it's just going to happen.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
And so I think my platform for the most part is just going to be, doing a lot of work with them. Going to put on a tournament for the Warriors Journey, and then I got something special coming for all the first responders, police, veterans, the whole group, all of them, firefighters, every one of them. I got something special coming for them at the turn of the year that I think they're going to like and appreciate, and I'm pretty fired up about it.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, we love to hear that, especially with the youth. We love to hear that.
First responders. Gotta love the first responders.
First responders, we love it. That's awesome. Hank, this is one, I checked our social media earlier, and this is one that came through, and I wanted to relay it to you. And I can't remember the name. I'm sorry. I apologize, whoever's watching. I don't remember the name. I didn't write it down. The question was, if you didn't end up being a professional angler, what would you be doing? That was the question.
playing third base for the Cincinnati Reds?
Yes.
Yes. Because that's what I see you as. I mean, you can put a baseball hat on and be like, yeah, he's definitely in the MLB.
My wife she's always like, why didn't you go play baseball first and make a couple million, then go fishing? You
get that real money.
I would probably, I'd be training. I mean, if I wasn't a professional fisherman, before I got into this, I went through, I worked in the wine business with my dad, and I had to go through the Gallo training program. And I was a pretty good district manager. I had a pretty good path. Oh, food. Look at the food. I had a pretty good path. Had a pretty good program going. I trained a lot of kids coming out of college and got them on their way. I enjoyed that. I bumped heads a lot with store managers and my father and my employees. But at the end of the day, I think that was something I was pretty good at. Now, if I could have my dream job and get paid to do it, it would be coaching youth baseball.
Coaching youth baseball. That's awesome.
Yeah, my son loves to play. He's got a bunch of good friends. We've got a bunch of kids in our area with great talent. And if I had the time and could do it now, I'd still like to do it. But that would be like my dream job if I could just teach them, because I enjoy baseball a lot more now, seeing it through my eyes for my son, than I did when I was playing.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something to be said for that. There's something to be said to that, to see your kids doing something that you love and to see them excelling at it. It's a really proud thing. Like, I can't remember who we were talking to about this the other day, but Hank, I captained Vegas in a few tournaments the last few years, was the boat captain for the youth events. And dude, I felt like I was competing at a different level, and all I was doing was netting the kids fish,
Drained. And then
oh, dude, I was like, when he lost one, I was crushed. When he caught one, I wanted to scream and jump out of the boat.
Vegas took it better than mine.
Vegas took it better than I did when he lost one. But I know exactly what you're saying, because when you see your kids excelling at something that you like and you're passionate about, that's a good feeling, man. That's a really good feeling.
Well, it's good to watch him. He works so hard at it. He's got a lot of God-given athletic ability. He's still on the smaller side for his age group and his teammates. But I mean, his drive and just watching him work and see how much better he gets from spring to fall and then back to spring, and the dedication he puts to it, going with his hitting coach. And he has his little quirks and demons, just like we have as fishermen, things we've got to work through. Yeah. He has to work through that. And it's just pretty cool just to watch him evolve.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Let me remind everybody, you're watching a brand new edition of Ike Live. We've got not one, but two-time Bassmaster Classic champion Hank Cherry on with us. If you've got a question or comment, please send them through, and Rizzo's going to get them out. Riz, what do we got?
Riz? Yeah, Cliff Crochet's English teacher wants to know, Hank, what kind of workout routine do you have to be able to fish a jerkbait as often as you do? Is it a Rodney Coleman? Is it a Rodney Coleman routine?
Ronnie,
do you use more of a long-term stability routine?
I eat a lot of bald seafood.
Bald seafood is good, man. That hairless seafood. Yeah. Wow.
No, the jerkbait thing, man. It doesn't bother me. It never has. It's never gotten me tired. It never makes me hurt. I don't know. It just doesn't bother me. It's just something I like to do, and it's comfortable. And like when I pick up that flipping stick with that big weight, like 2 hours into that, I'm hurting. I guess it's just a different motion that I'm not used to doing. But the jerkbaiting doesn't bother me at all.
Wow. Bothers me. I get tired after a day jerkbaiting. I'm tired, man.
I start jerking, and then I end up jerking.
Yeah. The other hand.
That way, yeah.
Do a little bit of here, a little bit of there.
Just slap it over here.
A little there, a little there. What else you got, Riz?
Yeah, Scott7256 wants to know, what position did you play in baseball, Hank?
Mostly from probably I tell you, I started as a shortstop when I got to high school. I got mouthy one day at practice because there were some fly balls getting dropped. So my coach kindly told me to get my butt out there in the outfield and nothing better hit the grass. And then I pretty much never came back into the infield from that day. And I played outfield. I played outfield in college, center, left, right, DH. I guess you could have put me wherever you wanted me to, and I could have played it.
Wow.
How did you? So I want to know. Talk about how you felt differently, or if you did this year from like last year, because like last year when you were catching those fish, like that you knew were the classic winning fish, I could feel your energy through the TV, and like I was on the BU sales floor, like fist pumping people, throwing people through walls,
head butting people.
I was fired up,
punching people in the crotch,
dude. Yeah, it was great, and but this year I felt like you had a little bit more, like you had a kind of a calmer presence about you. Was that just because it was your second time around, or was the time of year different? It was a little hotter. You didn't want to expend the energy. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, you know, the first year around, God, I mean, everybody thinks about the jerkbait. And that's how I sealed the deal at the end. But like the first day was the magical day. I mean, that day still goes over my head over and over and over. I mean, how many times do you just get one bite in a place you're not even planning on fishing? The weather changes, you go to it. You catch a keeper, you're like, all right, I'm not going to zero. Then you catch a 5-pounder, and you're like, great. And then there's one stick in the water. You throw to one side of it, you catch a 7-pounder, you get him in. You throw to the other side of it, you catch a 7-pounder, you get him in. I mean, that stuff just doesn't happen. And I tried to stay as calm and cool as I possibly could going into that last day. But, I mean, I was like a fireworks show inside. I was just ready to explode. And then I get out there, and they're not biting. And I'm like, this is the ship we're on. It's either going to go down here or the ship's sinking because they're here. And then when it started going, and I caught that first big one, I let out a roar. But when I caught that last big one, I was like, I got it. And it was just like all the emotions of everything I'd been through.
Yeah.
All the way back to 2013 when I lost that fish, it was just like, ugh. I just won a UFC cage fight with a little green bass. I mean, that's how I felt. I was like, gee. And then this year, I knew how hard it was to go back to back and repeat. And I knew I had a pretty good thing going. I just needed to make sure I did my job, let all outside interferences go away, and just do what I needed to do. And, you know, I didn't have that feeling where I thought, hey, I won this thing. But I knew on the final day when I finally caught the fifth one that I had done my job, and somebody had to catch him to beat me.
Yeah.
And I was at peace with the whole thing. And I think I credit that a lot to the experience just of last year and what I was going through. But really 2013 and losing that fish at the Classic, that's when Mike cussed out the dog, if y'all don't remember.
Yeah,
but,
that's right.
I think that experience really has helped me stay under control and calm, just try to control the things that are in my grasp and not worry about everything else.
Yeah.
I got a question about 13.
Yeah.
In 2013, you missed that fish. Was that, like when you miss a fish, you like, man, that was the one, or it might have been the one. That fish in 13, would it have won it for you? Or do we know how big it was? Or, like, was that the one that it cost you a win? Are you not sure? Or
no, it cost me. I
hurt.
know without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, I had like a 111, 112 in there, and I had almost 18 pounds. I knew that was the one.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could call it bad luck. You could call whatever. I mean, they come off.
Yeah.
They got swimmers. They got mouths. Sometimes you don't catch them. Sometimes you do, and that just wasn't my time.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to. We talk a lot on the show about, you know, I don't want to say it's like philosophical thought, but how something happens. Sometimes they're bad things that happen, but it's sort of like meant to be, and it like points you in a direction, right?
Yep.
So, you know, you look back on that, Hank, that fish hurt for that year and probably a lot of years after, but it was probably one of the most important things that ever happened in your life, you know?
Oh, it was. I got a lot of attention for it, a lot of exposure for it. It's not the way you want to have it, but I mean, at the same time, same time, that was my first tournament coming fishing with all you guys.
Yeah.
And it showed me, I was like, I can do this.
Yeah.
And it was a good time. The great thing that came out, besides winning this one, the best thing that came out about this one, after Matt Airy losing those fish on the frog, they'll never replay mine again. They're always
That's right. Matt Airy's now the new guinea pig. Well, Hank, real quick, this is a good moment. We want to take a second. This is 2 in a row. You're an amazing champion. We've got a little tin cup whiskey here. We want to toast you to winning another Bassmaster Classic. Cheers, Hank.
Thank you, guys. My wife's drinking with you.
Oh, that whiskey's so good. Wow, I love the rye. There's something about the rye. I mean, I love all the tin cup, but that rye, I'm just telling you.
I know.
Hey, Bri, do you
Rye,
like the
Bri.
rye?
I like it all.
Rye, do you like the rye?
I just me.
All right, now.
Becky's like, what's the rye taste
Yeah.
By
like?
the bean.
Now, after I took that shot, Hank, and I loosened up a little bit,
All warmed up.
I can
Okay.
ask you a
Hey,
little
hold on a
bit.
second. Jacqueline just told me to tell Becky she said hello.
Aw.
Oh, hey, girl.
She's waving at you.
I finally showed up.
Hey, girl. Now, after I warmed up a little bit,
Are you going to ask fun questions?
this is a fun question. This is a really fun question. Do you have any regrets about not going over to MLF and fishing?
Yep, here we go. No, I think I'm pretty good. Where
No, it's funny though. Like I asked the question because I knew what you were gonna say, but it is funny to me, like
This dude's always throwing.
no, it's great. It's great because Hank, the great thing about it now is I'm out. I got no allegiance to anybody. I don't give a shit. I can just talk about whatever I want. But it's funny to me,
wait,
that
talk about whatever you want or just like poke at
I know.
everything
I'm not
you want.
poking. I'm not poking. It's funny. Hank, it's funny. Admit it. It's funny.
it's funny.
Yes, it's funny. It's funny. But no, I mean that whole thing that went down, and I think for some guys, I think going was a good thing, and staying was a good thing, and obviously for you, I think it's really worked out, and you've done a great job at Bass, and I mean it's just. I think it was a good thing that you stayed. Now, have you been contacted by Boyd or Gary to come over there?
No, God, no. They ain't calling me.
Okay.
They might send me a death threat, but they ain't calling me.
Oh man.
I didn't know. I thought maybe they were trying to recruit. I didn't know.
No, I'm good.
Keep going.
Keep going.
This is fun. I don't know where you're going now.
I don't know where I'm going with it either. I just had that on my notes because I thought it was funny.
That dude's always up to something, bro.
No.
He loves
No.
He loves the uncomfortable moments.
Yes.
You ever notice it? It's like the pranking where
Yeah.
Pete and I sit there sweating.
Yeah.
We're like, please don't call Bass Pro Shops again.
No, but I will say this, Hank, and I'll say this to sort of smooth out what I just said before, which is I think it all worked out in the end. Seriously, like, would you agree? Like, when it was all going down and there was a split, there was hard feelings from a lot of people, from the organizations, from the fans. But now that we're past all that, and Cliff, I want you to chime in on this too, both you guys. Would you guys agree that we're past that? I feel like we've settled in a little bit now, right? And like Bass is doing great, and they're doing their own thing, and they've got a great fan base, and they've been able to elevate new people and new personalities. I think MLF's doing great, right? And they've got their own fan base. Would you agree with that? Hank, start with you, and then I want to go to Cliff. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, and I don't think really, it's like I told you before, like for the majority of the anglers, there wasn't really everybody wanted to make like there was a riff or,
Right.
Whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
I said it even way back when, when you're a grown man, you got to make your own decision.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, and the thing that ticked me off in the beginning, we're going to get into this, I can't believe it, but was just verbiage. But now I think you've seen that there's been some guys that have flourished in the catch as many as you can format.
Yeah.
And there's been opportunities for new guys to come up on our side and get their name shown.
Yeah.
And then there's been other guys, that tried that, and then all of a sudden this ain't for me, so they came back and went through qualifying or whatever. I mean, that's just that. I think that's going to be. I still say that's just going to still constantly be a revolving door.
Yeah.
Because that's just the opportunities that are in the bass fishing right now. I mean, you got a revolving door, and when people, if they get complacent and they stay, and you stay too long, you don't perform, then you're gone.
Yeah.
Or maybe they start to regret a decision, then you do that, you get unhappy, then you fish bad, then you're gone.
Yeah.
And it's just, I think right now, all the good publicity we can get towards fishing is a really good thing, because during the pandemic, the fishing community and the fishing business boomed because there was nothing for anybody else to do, and they went fishing.
Right.
And they bought up everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I see good coming out of both sides of it. How it all ends up 5-6 years from now, who knows? Because nobody could have predicted this 5 or 6 years ago. So, as long as it keeps going forward, and there's and new talent keeps coming along, and the youngsters keep learning, and there's people to be the next Cliff, to be the next Ike, to be the next Hank, to be the next Kevin. I mean, that's the most important thing to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Cliff, I want to send it to you real quick. Would you agree? Is there room for two organizations?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
I do too. Yeah.
I think so. And kind of what Hank touched on, like you touched on, when that was a split, people made decisions for what they thought was best for them.
Yeah.
And some people, it might have seemed like there was some beef or issues within the fishing community.
Yeah.
And some time has passed, and that I don't think there is.
I feel like it's settled out.
Like me and Hank, for example, I'm at Major League Fishing. Hank's at Bass.
Yeah.
It's all cool. I text him congratulations. If I saw him on the side of the road with a flat tire, I'd stop and change. It's the fishing community. No matter where you work or who you work for, or if you don't fish tournaments at all, or if you a sound guy on a podcast, the fishing community is fishing community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a good group of people. So
yeah,
life is good.
Do you think if Hank was on the side of the road with a flat tire and Dave Lefevre drove past, would he stop?
Dave Lefevre?
Yeah.
I hope he would.
Would he stop for you, Mike, you think?
He wouldn't stop for me.
What did y'all give him before I came?
What, me? No,
So
we haven't even mentioned Dave Lefevre in like two years on this show.
it's
I
been
just thought I would
years.
bring his name back.
Oh, Jiminy
It was
Christmas.
fun. All right, Hank.
It's the whiskey.
Another great question, and I'm going to ask you this because I had this same thing when I won the Classic. Did you have a splurge item? Was there something that you splurged on?
Twice.
And it doesn't have to be. No, I'm talking about this year. Doesn't have to be for yourself. For your wife.
Did
for
you
your
buy a Gucci?
for your family? Or like we got Louis Vuitton coming in, Prada, Fendi, Hermes. What do we got? Talk to me, Hank.
We haven't done really anything yet.
Okay.
I mean, we haven't. It's been well, I mean, I got the CR last year for me and Christian to bump around down here at the beach, but I haven't done anything yet. We've just kind of been just sitting back, and Jacqueline's still in awe with it all, just like I am. I mean, it's still kind of hard to believe, but eventually we'll do something or get something. I mean, it's just we've just been enjoying it.
That's awesome.
Put that check in the bank, feet up,
Yeah.
chilling.
If you need help, I'm really good at spending money.
You gotta get some lions at the end of your driveway. Lions.
Yeah, gargoyles and lions at the end of the drive.
Definitely gotta get them.
Have you wrapped your hands around
Your hands
the
around your
fact?
head.
Yeah. Have you wrapped your head around the fact that you're a two-time Classic champ? Not many people alive have that title. You're in a new position in your career, right? You're in a place that not very many anglers are. And with that comes the ability to grow your brand, to elevate your sponsorship, to elevate your business. Have you wrapped your hands around that fully yet, or is that something you're working on, something you're thinking about?
that's something we're thinking about. And, me and Jacqueline have discussed, and usually my dad stays out of that part 100%, but he started to open up a little bit and talk about it. But we really, what's the best way to say it? Not entertaining things right now. We are listening and have read some things and have had people speak to us, but we really want to get through the year.
Yeah.
And get through ICAST so we can really just sit down and make the soundest business decisions possible.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I was just going to say, I want to give you, I would love to just give you a live piece of advice right here, which would be, you are a professional athlete with talents and with accolades now that are very unique, and that is worth a lot. And I want to just tell you, as a former classic champion myself, to not sell yourself short. Cliff, we talk about it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I would tell you that you're in a very good position, and do not sell yourself short, because you're special, And I when I look, no, seriously, I don't mean that
Sounds like
a
Timmy
special.
from South Park.
Yeah, I don't mean that in a short bus kind of way, but I think athletes in fishing have sold themselves short sometimes in years prior, and as our sport grows and advances, it's important for you, not just for yourself and for your business and your family, but it's important for you for the next classic champ.
Yep.
To establish yourself and to say, hey, I'm a two-time classic champ. And when you establish that value, it'll help the other guys next in line, So I wish you all the best with that, and I want you to keep that in mind, 'cause you're it's important what happened,
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, we are definitely taking all that in and gotten some pretty good advice from some other people that have been close to that situation. One of them possibly was in that situation, and we're going to do the best business decision we can make. I mean, you said it before: business is business, personal is personal, fishing's fishing.
Yeah.
They all three collide sometimes, but you've got to do what's best. You got to do what's best for you, Becky, and the kids. I got to do what's best for my family and my career. So it's all the same way. So that's what we're looking forward to. If you hear some noise, my family just came in from, I think they were out the pier fishing. The dogs are going crazy.
Awesome.
But we're good. But no. And like I mentioned to Brian, I might have questions that come up, and you might hear from me.
Well, we'd love.
You would be great. You two right there on the couch, that would be the best probably to get the information from or advice from, because you've been through all this.
Yeah.
When it comes to wild animals.
Does he need a contact for Pro Edge Fishing?
Well, Hank, honestly, our phone's always on for you. If you have any questions, as you go through this journey, please let us know. We'd love to help you.
Yeah, let me say, Mike turned one classic win into a castle, bro. So just saying. You might want to check him out.
I don't need a castle. I need about 100 acres with deer on it, and a log cabin and a gated fence.
Yeah, that sounds pretty damn good.
Every time Cliff comes, he points out, he's like, I think that's new.
It's a compound.
The compound.
It started as a house.
HQ.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, the barn would be cool right here. Mike's like, we start next week. I'm like, the pool right here. Pool's in the ground.
That's right. It's all Cliff's vision.
I got a call from Becky. She's like, Mike's birthday's coming up. I'm going to need you to get over here next week. Check your shit. Get over here. You got to hang a TV outside on the fireplace and put this pizza oven together.
Pizza oven.
You got it, Beck. I'm on it. I
think I asked. Wasn't I nice about it?
Come on.
Who does that? All right, Hank.
As nice as Becky can be.
Hank, who do we got here? We have another special guest joining us. Who do we have?
This is Christian.
Christian!
Hey.
Hi.
Christian got confetti for sale.
I know. All right.
That's right. He does.
All right, Christian, I'm going to put you on the spot for this interview. Are you proud of your dad?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
Speak up.
That's awesome.
I can't believe he's being shy. He's never shy.
No, I'm scared as I am. I just been on the pier and catch anything.
Well, tell him what you caught today.
I caught a 25-inch flounder.
I heard that. That's we call those doormats in Jersey. That's awesome. Congrats.
Now, do y'all call them flukes or you call them flounder?
We call them both. It's like an interchangeable terminology.
Summer, winter.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's awesome. Hank, I got one more question. You're on vacation. We're not going to keep it. This is my last question.
Okay.
And this is a personal question because I feel like, when you achieve goals in your life, you sort of like run out of stuff. You run out of stuff, but maybe not. What's next? What's next for you? Tell me, what are your personal goals left in the sport of fishing?
Oh, man, a three-peat would be unheard of, but that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've won the All-Star event. I've won an Open. I've come close to winning a regular season tournament like 8 times. So I would like to get one of those. I would like to get one of those blue trophies. And, my whole journey in this fishing, I just want, when I get done, kind of like Cliff was saying earlier, when I get done and I'm walking down the street, I want a guy to be able to talk to his son and say, "You see that guy right there? He did it the right way."
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah. That's awesome. A legacy. Legacy is very cool. Yeah. Well, I think you're going to do it, Hank. You've got a long career still. You got a lot of time to fulfill some of those goals, and I feel good about it. I think you're going to do it. Brian Carpenter, did you have something for Hank?
I mean, yeah, man, you just closed the damn interview with that. That was that deep close it out
I know.
question, man.
I know it was. Well, I don't.
My stuff's stupid.
Yeah, no, your stuff's not stupid. Come on, Brian, you always have good
the
stuff.
hell it ain't.
No, it's good.
All right, I got a few things that came through YouTube. Hank, where'd you play college ball?
At UNC Pembroke.
Okay. And favorite baseball team?
Red Sox.
All right.
Boston.
Yeah. You ever see Pat Burrell run? This for me.
Have I ever seen him run?
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah. Why?
You got to look at it, man. It's the most ridiculous. It looked like he's running with swim fins on, I swear.
He marches.
For an athlete, he was a terrible runner. But I just wanted, who in the Elite Series runs like Pat Burrell?
Who would run? Probably Brock.
Brock. Very heavy-footed.
Who's a better third baseman, Brock or Hank? Who's the better infielder? Because both of them played college ball.
Me.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes, good answer. Good answer.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, outfield was just kind of my forte. I could just run them down and get them. So probably Brock was probably the better infielder. I figured when I played in the outfield, I had less to worry about. You don't have to worry about all the plays and signs and all that. You just go get it.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
And last one, this come from YouTube, Scott Easel. Would you trade your 2 classics to play pro ball?
Oh.
No, not a chance.
Oh, nice. That's an awesome answer.
No.
It's a great answer.
Your body thanks you. Your arms, your knees, all that. Maybe
I don't know.
Throwing the jerk bait.
I've thrown as many jerk baits as I probably would have thrown fastballs.
Yeah.
It all evened out in the end.
Yeah.
Hank, I can't thank you for joining us. I can't thank you enough for joining us on the show. We came close to not talking any fishing. We snuck a little in there, but we came close to not talking any fishing. I appreciate you taking time out of your vacation, and man, you got a journey ahead of you as being a 2-time Classic champion, and we wish you all the best. Wish you all the luck in the world.
I appreciate it very much.
There you have it. Hank Cherry,
yes.
Everybody on the show. Have fun, guys. Have fun on your vacation.
Thank you. See ya.
Okay, good night.
Party people in the house.
Cliff, that's hard
Brian,
to do.
Buck Stronghold Gentleman
hard to do.
Bronco
What's
wants
that?
to know, when's the giveaway for your Classic boots going to happen?
Giveaway.
Wait. That reminds me. Riz, did I test you with a giveaway for tonight?
Yeah, the boots.
What?
Yeah. We're gonna do it in the third segment. It's in the notes.
Oh yeah.
He's so full of it.
What are you talking about? What are we giving away?
I said if anyone sent in their address, they got a mystery tackle box because we have.
Now I'm gonna get 70 addresses.
Good.
All right.
Copy and paste.
Wow. Look at that, Miss Becky.
Maybe create a challenge with it.
Yeah.
Best comments, third segment.
All right. No, but what I was saying.
Who can comment the most?
What I was saying, Cliff.
We got enough boxes. Bring them on.
It's hard to win 2 classics. That's a hard
They're
thing
empty
to do.
boxes.
Dude, check this out.
No?
We get caught in it because we close to it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You talking about winning 2 classics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just to qualify for a classic is
hard.
To qualify for one classic is awesome. Then if you qualify for another one, and you go back to back, just to qualify for the classic is cool.
Very, very cool.
And then
very difficult.
Yeah, just to get there, and then to win one, and then to win another one.
Yeah.
It's cool to watch that stuff go down.
Yeah, it's very cool. Very, very cool.
Like people have made careers off of making a classic.
Yeah.
Or 2 classics.
Oh yeah.
Like
just qualifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I qualified for 4.
Yeah.
Over I don't know, like 10 years or 9 years or something. And it was when you make one, it's like, oh, that was a good year. I made a classic. So to win 2 of them, it's pretty.
It's pretty
sweet.
special.
Had to win 1 is sweet. To win 2 is twice as sweet.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing. Brian Carpenter, you want to take a little break?
Yes.
Let's take a break, and then, listen, hang in there. If you're watching right now, this has been a great, amazing night. Of course, Cliff Crochet joining us right here in the studio. Miss Rebecca just walked in. Brian Carpenter, Riz pushing buttons. We just heard from Hank Cherry.
Yeah.
But when we come back, Brian Carpenter, we're going to do an MTB unboxing, and we're giving stuff away.
And guys, please send me your full address. There's probably a lot of windflower trails in the country, so send me the states, the zip, put it all in the same message if we're gonna rattle them through here.
All right, Windflower,
And,
you don't get a box.
We have a special guest.
And we
popping
do.
in.
That's right. I
Yes.
forgot. We might have a special guest join us.
we do
Okay.
have, yeah.
All right. So hang in there. When we come back, Brian, we've got more Ike Live, right?
Yeah, we have that.
We have that too. Okay.
Ooh.
Hang in there. Oh.
4.5-inch drop shot worm, Bama bug. Finesse jig, PB&J, give me something hard. Hey, KVD here. Now, I didn't always know this much about fishing. 4-aught EWG worm hook. In fact, there was a time when I couldn't tell the difference between a jerkbait and a stickbait. But then I signed up for Mystery Tackle Box, the original monthly tackle subscription. And now I know more about fishing than I do about calculus.
And he knows a lot about calculus.
Plus, I get amazing extras like free fishing magazines. October 2016. Featured article, 4 places to throw a frog. Exclusive decals. Zombie bass. And how-to videos for all the great baits I receive. How to tune a crankbait. Is that underwater footage I smell?
I got goosebumps.
So if you're looking to develop enhanced fishing abilities like me, or you just like getting new tackle every month, go to mysterytacklebox.com and get your box today. Ooh, live minnows. Is it lunchtime already? Nature's candy. Oh. Is he in my pocket?
This time of year, I definitely recommend putting a little bit of this on your soft plastics too. There he is. Another one. Next cast. And that would be number 6. I'm addicted. I'll admit it. I'm straight addicted.
Might be bigger.
You think so?
Yeah. Feels bigger. I haven't even seen this thing yet. It doesn't want to come up. Don't break me off the rocks.
Oh, it's a... Oh!
27-incher.
He caught it.
28.
Oh my god, that's such a healthy fish. Look at the size. Put a little liquid mayhem on your crappie jig, and look where the stripers get it. You can't even see it, man. That might be a keeper.
You take pride in your boat, so it deserves the best protection possible. Our durable woven fabric prevents ripping and provides UV protection. and our tape seams provide protection against the elements. The heavy-duty shock cord hem and strap and buckle system provide a tight and secure fit. Our top-of-the-line boat covers come with a ventilation system to keep your boat free from mold buildup. Empire Covers, protecting what you love.
This is your tackle. Not that kind of tackle. You use it to catch this, or this, or this. You also use this and that and these. This is your environment. So is this. You love it, live for it, but it will turn this into that. This is the Flambeau Z-Rust Max Tough-Tainer series. These are fully infused with exclusive Z-Rust VCI anti-corrosion technology. This is a U.S. naval battleship. The same Z-Rust technology used here has been used on those to protect advanced weapon systems from corrosion in conditions like these. For the fish, it's invisible, odorless, tasteless. And for you, it's FDA-safe anti-rust protection for a minimum of 5 years. This is the next level of tackle management, not that kind of management. This is the Flambeau legacy of tackle systems. What's your tackle worth?
It's more than who you are. It's who you're with. And it's more than what you do. It's where you do it. Tin Cup Mountain Whiskey.
Just got yelled at.
Action.
Holla. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to a brand new edition of Ike Live. This has been an awesome show. Beck, I love when we have our guests in studio. Like,
look at him.
The Zoom's cool.
It's actually so much easier to have conversation because
it's
you
better.
can banter without fear of talking over each other.
Right.
You just talk over each other.
Yeah, it's better. It's better. Of course, you've been watching tonight. We've had Hank Cherry on, Cliff Crochet sitting right next to us. Brian the Carpenter, Riz. It's been a great show. We got a couple things lined up. We got a special guest coming on.
Yes.
We're going to do an MTB unboxing, but we're going to be giving some stuff away. This is your last chance. If you're watching over on Facebook, like and share the feed. This is your last chance. You're going to be entered in a chance to win this Ike Live gift bag. Weighs approximately 23 pounds, loaded with Ike Live sponsors. Also, we're going to be giving away, Cliff, a Dakota
lithium battery.
A power box, right.
Whoa.
And you love your Dakota lithiums. We were talking
do.
about it earlier. You like
I
them.
do.
Yeah.
They hold up to the beating.
Yeah. You're putting hours on them. You're
putting hours on them.
Yeah.
And so far, no trouble. And I'm loving them.
Yeah.
Beat them up and they.
And here's the good news, too. If a lot of guys out there are running power pole charge, they're wondering, can you use them? Can you use lithiums with power pole charge? And the answer is
yes.
You can. Okay.
If you're not running a charge, you're missing out.
There you
totally
have it.
missing out.
There you have it. Okay. That's awesome. Brian, what do you got? Riz, what do you got? Anything over there?
Yeah, the peeping flogger said, why was Brian the Carpenter yelling at everybody coming out of the break? The peeping flogger.
Peeping flogger.
Was my mic hot? Sorry
Yeah,
about that.
your mic was hot. The peeping flogger. Now, if you're watching and listening right
he's
now,
always yelling at us.
this is a reference to the fact that the last event you just fished, which is St. Lawrence. Beck, I want to get you in on this conversation.
Oh, right.
The majority, I'd say, of the top 10 were flogging in this event. You know what a flogger is, right? If you don't, a flogger is basically like a giant viewfinder. It's a great way to say it. Do you agree with the flogger? Cliff, you want me to start with you? Do you agree with this?
Well, it doesn't matter if I agree with it or not. It was legal by rules to use it.
It was.
And they used it. And maybe I should have had one.
Huh.
Well, they've been legal for a while, but
Yeah.
I don't know the last time I saw somebody use one.
Well, this is the first tournament in my knowledge, the first tournament where it was highlighted, right? Guys have been using them for a while. Like Chad Pipkins was an early adopter of it.
Yep.
Guys have been using it, but this is the first tournament where we
Dude,
got
Pipkins
to
was
see
a part of like he had stock in bringing that over here and let it slide.
Wow.
Dumbass.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow, dummy. Yeah.
Yep. Go Chad.
But my question to you, Brian and Riz, let me throw it to you for this one. Why is the flogging thing legal, but the Alabama rig's not? That doesn't make any damn sense to me. You're going to make an Alabama rig illegal, but you're going to make that legal? Where guys,
Dude, what is it? You're talking about you're basically putting a mask on your face and looking in the water. How's that?
Because BASS back in the 80s outlawed snorkeling and scuba diving because Dick Garlock was jumping in the water with a mask on.
All right, but you're still in the boat.
I don't know.
Alabama rig. And boy, this opens up a whole conversation for about 2 more hours. But the Alabama rig is like it's not a bait. It's like it's like several baits with several hooks, and tournament rules are like one bait, one hook.
Yeah, but why? My question is why.
There's a lot of hooks on a treble hook bait too.
Yeah, but
Think about it, there's
basically,
nine.
I mean, I kind of have to agree with Cliff in the sense of, like, okay, so you can't throw multiple rods, so instead I'm just going to take all the baits from the 5 rods, and I'm just going to find a way to rig it into one, so it looks like it's just one, but technically you got 5 baits.
Yeah.
Well, there definitely has to
Are
be
you
a
gonna put?
line,
Are you gonna put like
right?
a limit on blades on a spinnerbait too? I mean, I know they don't all have a hook, but each blade is imitating a bait.
But
fish,
it's one
like-
hook.
Yeah, but it's one
True.
hook.
True.
It's one hook.
What if you put a stinger treble hook on the back of something like a soft plastic?
Well,
I
there's
don't know.
always
It's so,
got to
just
be
so
a
gray.
line, right?
You know, it's such a tough.
Yeah, there has to be a line. You're allowed to have an M16, but you can't have a nuclear weapon, right? So somewhere between there's a line. It's
Bump
like,
stock.
Tanks, no. The grenade launcher, maybe, you know. So somewhere in there, they draw a line, and it's where's the line?
Yeah. The flogging thing, I don't know. I'm just I as a fan watching it, I didn't dig it at all.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't dig it at all.
The flogging was one deal, but once it started going down, the floggers that were made during the tournament was something else to see.
Tell us about this. Tell us about this.
So it goes down like you just don't go to local tackle store and buy a flogger.
Yeah,
it
they're
don't
hard
happen.
to get, and they're probably nobody had them. It's COVID. Nobody sells them. Yeah.
Yeah, coronavirus
Yeah.
can't ship nothing.
Traffic cones getting stolen everywhere.
So I go down. I go to the boat ramp. I bring Steven to the boat ramp during the day to grab Anthony's truck so he could pick him up down
Who
the
the
river.
hell's that?
Who's what?
Steve Anthony Oil? What are we talking about? Earl?
So anyway,
Earl.
we get down there.
Two-stroke.
We get to the boat ramp, and I see Keith at the boat ramp, and he got this thing, this black
Keith?
thing. Keith
Why are we
Porsche.
using
Keith
only
Crochet.
first names?
Yeah, what is this?
Keith Porsche.
Okay.
Because I know these people.
Anthony Gagliardi.
I'm in a
Stephen
truck with
Browning.
Stephen Browning.
Stephen Browning.
Oh, okay.
and
The
We
guy,
go
from,
to the boat.
the guy from Breaking Bad. Go ahead.
I got Stephen Browning. We go ride.
Oh man, blue magic.
We go ride to pick up Anthony Gagliardi's truck at the boat ramp, and then I see Keith Porsche at the boat ramp, and he got this thing, this black thing, and I'm like, what's going on?
What's his back?
This dude done went to the hardware store, bought 2 trash cans, shoved them in each other, took some plexiglass, cut it, silicone the plexiglass to the bottom of the trash can, screwed it in, cut a hole on the top of the trash can, and here he is. True
How'd it
story.
work?
It worked good.
Oh my God! And my point on flogging and why this shit is ridiculous. Here it goes. What's next? Is Bass Cat going to put a fucking glass bottom in the boat? What's next,
Dude,
man?
Mike, you should probably write that down and
Wait,
copyright.
why is it called flogging? Like, where did the actual name coming from? Because you do know, like, flogging is a verb to like beat someone.
yeah, the flog your dolphin, right.
I read the article about
It's
it.
been a while, you know what I mean? Back in the day. It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Wait, what are we
I don't
talking
know what you
Flog
guys are
your
talking about.
dolphin.
Why do I shut
I don't
up?
know. I'm just not into the flogging, but I
Which one? The dolphin
no,
or the
no,
fishing?
the fishing
Okay.
flogging thing.
But the dolphin.
Dolphin.
Let's go.
And why haven't they made one that's like tall enough that you can just stand up on the side of the boat and do it? I see these guys like they're hanging all over the boat. They got one rod.
And
in
why
the
did
air.
everybody wrap theirs in black duct tape?
I don't know.
There'll be
that was a thing. What
yeah,
was that?
because they're orange. They're bright orange. So maybe the fish were seeing the flogger.
Or
Never mind the 21-foot bass boat on top
Yeah,
of it.
Yeah, you're right. It's got a wrap
and
on
the
it.
camera guy and the drone that was over everyone's boat while they were flogging, so we could see their ass crack.
There'll be a 10-foot model on Tackle Warehouse next week. 10-foot flogger.
Ridiculous. Never take me to a smallmouth place when they're spawning. I don't want to even deal with that shit. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, actually,
Buck
Stronghold Gentleman Bracco said that he had to turn off the MLF because his wife was yelling at him because every time she would walk in the room, she would hear "in the mouth," and she thought he was on a different website.
Oh. Wow.
Send him one of the mystery tackle boxes.
Okay.
Huh. Wow.
Drunkwood Dinky.
Damn,
I don't even know where we go from here. Like,
I don't know.
How does this conversation move forward?
I got Ryan Lambert ready to go. He's got something
Well, let's get
really
Ryan
serious to talk about.
Let's get Ryan on. Yeah,
This is
I
going to
think
be
this is
quite the transition.
This is a
Straight,
good. This
straight
is a good
faces,
transition.
everyone.
Yeah.
Everybody make a straight face.
Well, ask Ryan if he's using the flogger in the kayak world.
Well,
if that's popular right
Ryan's
now.
ready to go.
I mean, you'd be closer to the water.
You would be closer
it would
to the
actually
water.
make sense.
You would. It would make sense. I don't know if you need it though, because you're stealthy in a kayak. Them smallmouth don't even know you're there. You're just kind of like stealthy. You're just like wind on the top. You know.
There you go, Hobie. I don't know if you could do it in a bass cat because you might knock the bottom out, but you can do it in a Hobie. But a flogger section.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
All right,
seriously, that's a good idea.
We're going to find out. Joining us right now, great friend of the show, one of the best kayak anglers in the world, Ryan Lambert, joins us on Ike Live.
Can I reschedule?
Good call.
I feel like
What's
I've
up,
gotten
man?
it
How
over
you
my head
doing?
on this one. Y'all are on one tonight.
All right, now, I know you've got some serious stuff to talk about, but before you get into that, what do you think about the flogging thing? Is this something that we could see in the kayak world too? Is this ridiculous? Should it be outlawed? What are your thoughts?
I'm not trying to pour salt in an open wound, but an angler that beat you had a flogger on his boat. as a matter of
Whoa!
fact. It is-
At Champlain?
He drove 2 hours to get it Saturday night just in case he needed it on Sunday.
Wow.
Frickin' flogger.
I got flogged. Now I really hate him.
He was gonna flog you. It was actually Ewing Minor, the young ginger man.
Oh, okay.
that caught those
Young
fish
what?
out there. He didn't end up using it, but he did just in case went and scooped one up. Yeah.
Wow. How about that?
I mean, that's obviously a hot button discussion everywhere, but people are like, okay, well, if you can use live scope and watch a fish eat, what's the difference in looking, looking
point.
15 feet into the water and watching them eat? So
You're dead
I don't know.
right.
I mean, I see both sides.
It's a really
traffic
good point.
cone's more
Yeah.
affordable though. I like the trash can idea myself. That's
Yeah.
ingenious.
Yeah, barrels, trash cans.
So, like, could you put on, like, the kid's scuba mask and just stick your head in the water as long as you stay on the boat? Is
Depends
that
how long
legal?
you can hold your breath.
I guess
I mean,
you
could you get a snorkel?
Get a snorkel.
Or is that illegal?
In BASS events, scuba diving and snorkeling is illegal.
But is that technically snorkeling if you're just your head's
Right.
in there?
And
I don't
can
know.
you use a flogger in BASS?
You can use a flogger.
You can.
In
Okay.
BASS. Yep.
I mean, I feel like it's
where do you draw the line? It's just a longer scuba mask when you think about it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. If you had a scuba mask that's 4 feet long and it was strapped to the back of your head, are you allowed to use it?
Yeah.
It's just a lot more natural than the electronics. I mean, the electronics are tens of thousands of dollars, and here it's just something that's real stripped down and basic, and we're mad at that, but let's go out and spend all this money on freaking electronics.
Well, the real question for me was you're bed fishing these smallmouth, right? Well, when you're bed fishing largemouth, you have your polarized sunglasses and you're looking at them through the water, casting on their bed. Like, is it that much different? That's kind of the real question.
That's
that
true.
I see in my mind.
And
anyway.
if you're in Canada, they shut down the season for 6 months because the bass spawn from December to middle of June up there.
They don't even let you out of your house in Canada. What are you
That's right.
talking about?
That's right.
Aside from the drunkwood in the mouth comments, how much of this really has to do with like the conservation side of things? Like, because honestly, it was not a hidden thing that the anglers were catching these same fish
over and over.
Multiple guys are
Yeah.
catching the same fish multiple times, coming back to it a half hour later and catching the same smallmouth because that happens. You can catch them with another hook still stuck in their mouth. Like, at what point are we?
It's like you and your buddies back in the day. You know what I mean? Just passing them around.
Yeah, it's actually a great conversation.
But they've been flogging forever. Like, why? Like, it's been going on forever in tournament fishing.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
I wonder why is it a conversation now?
Right.
Should it have been a conversation 10 years ago?
The evolution of live coverage. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's probably a lot of it.
Yeah.
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 And the ability for stupid people to communicate on social media.
Right?
Ding.
That too.
And here we are.
That too. That too.
Everybody has a voice.
Everybody does have a voice. Ryan, fill us in. I know Brian filled me in a little bit. What do we got? We got some important stuff you're working on. Great cause you're getting behind. Talk to us a little bit about what's going on.
So this all kind of got started a few weeks ago. We were out at the Classic, and they had the first BASS Kayak National Championship.
Yeah.
We fished on Possum Kingdom Lake. Had a couple guys that, I mean, just straight up wrecked them. 30 bags both days. Just, I mean, they really put on a show. We didn't really know what we were in store for at the awards. So the top 10, they bring them up on stage, and the 7th place angler, Jason, he tells us this story about his son. And he's like, everybody take out your phones and pull up savejt.com. And, we're not really knowing what's going on. Like, is this a fishing page? Like, what are we doing? Well, it's a charity for his son. His son has a super rare genetic condition. I think they're up to 9 patients now identified in the world with it, but there's only been like 70 cases ever. He got sick when he was like a year old, got really sick. They took him to Stanford, and it just so happened like the head hematologist was making his rounds with his residents and noticed his lab work was crazy. And he's like, can I run like a genetics panel on him? And was able to identify this disease early enough that they could begin to treat it. The cases before him, they didn't identify until it was too late.
Yeah.
So they started treating this guy, and it's actually the University of Pennsylvania in Pittsburgh is where the only research lab is for this disease worldwide.
Wow.
And they have tissue samples from JT, and they're, continuing to test new drugs and new compounds to counteract this blood disease. But it's basically, his blood can't process sugars. It's a red blood cell disorder, but it affects motor skills, neurofunction, respiratory function. Like, I mean, it just, attacks your whole body. And they found a couple drugs now that are working and actually reversing some of the side effects. And we had him on our podcast, the little guy, and he's, laughing. He's got a big stuffed bass in his arms. Like, anyway, Jason tells us this story, and I mean, it just kind of hit everybody in the gut. We're like, oh my gosh, like that's something super, super serious and close to everybody, especially if you have kids. I can't imagine that. The 2nd place angler, Joe McElroy, guy from Alabama, he donated his check on stage right there to the charity. And like, dude, I mean, there wasn't a dry in the house. And I was like, we have to do something. Like, we have such a huge reach in our community. There's so many anglers that follow all this stuff on social media and keep up with all these tournaments. I was like, if we can get the ball rolling and get some momentum behind this, we can really make an impact for this kid. And I reached out to his dad, made sure it was okay that, we did something like this. We announced the tournament on our podcast on Monday, and I think we had raised like 30 grand by Friday that same week.
That's awesome.
We're over 40 grand right now tonight. We have 805 anglers. It's the biggest freshwater bass kayak tournament ever right now.
Wow.
And continuing to grow. So
that's amazing. What a great way to raise money and bring awareness to this situation. So explain to me, if there's people watching and listening right now and they're like, man, I want to help with this. How can they do it? How can they support it?
So you can sign up. We're doing the tournament. This is a fun style catch, photo, release, 5-fish tournament, any public water in the U.S. It's a month-long tournament. So if you can fish 2 days, that's great. If you can fish 30 days, that's awesome. Good for you. But, just participate. You don't even have to fish. You get a raffle ticket, with your tournament entry. And we have some great prizes. Old Town put up a kayak. Motor Guide's thrown up trolling motor. We have some Toyota guy signed a hat here. I found in a box when I got home.
Oh man, who's that?
It says don't give up or something like that. But I mean, we have a lot of prize pack. Charles sent us a bunch of stuff down. He sent me a tin cup here. It says tin cup whiskey, but there's no whiskey with it. I'm gonna have to get back with him on that one. But no, we have a ton of prizes donated. I mean, rod companies, tackle packages. And then we're also doing an auction in conjunction with this. So in a couple of weeks, we're going to do a live auction. We have like trophy whitetail hunts that have been donated, turkey hunts. Aaron Lewis, one of my buddies I fish with, I asked him, I was like, will you give us a couple tickets to auction off? And he's like, dude, and I told him about the cause. He said, I'll give you a signed guitar, backstage passes. He's like, they can come hang out on the bus. We'll have dinner, whatever. Just really kind of threw it all in there. But I want to knock out 50, 60 grand for this kid. So you can participate in the auction. You can participate in the tournament. Go to tourneyx.com. Dwayne Wally is hosting it for free. The tournament name is Save JT. It's like I said, a month long. You're more than welcome to jump in at any point. I'm leaving registration open for the entire month. We want as much participation as we can in this event. You can also go to savejt.com and donate directly there, but every single cent is going straight to the University of Pennsylvania lab to work on finding a cure for him.
Wow, that's awesome. What a great cause.
Yes.
That's awesome, man. If
Fantastic.
If you're watching or listening, please help out with this. This is real easy to help out with. It's fun. It's not a lot of work. You're helping with a great cause. Please help out with this. Why have you here? I got to tell you, I fished my second professional kayak event the weekend that just passed on Champlain, and dude, I had a ball. I had a blast. I had so much fun. And Cliff, you're going to kill me when I tell you this, but dude, those dudes are good over there. Like I'm like trying to win. I'm not going to these tournaments to just be a poster boy for Hobie and be like, hey, I'm here. Like I'm trying to win. You know what I mean? And they're good. These kayak anglers are good.
It's a tough crowd, man. And it's a different mentality. And I think that's, because we've had Jordan Lee and, I think Lefebvre fished one out of his bass boat or something. But we've had a couple. We've had a
He
couple.
just had to use a paddle.
We've had a couple legit pros come over and fish these tournaments with us. And I think, kind of adjusting to the fish management and when to move and how much time you have during the day that you can really allocate to bouncing around. I think that's probably a big factor. And I mean, you can speak to that because you have jumped into it with both feet. We're glad to have you. And it's fun for us to, it's a little extra notch in the belt if you get to finish in front of Ike. So.
It was every kayak tournament now I'm learning a little, right? So I fished the Susquehanna last year. I learned a little. This one I learned a little, and my big takeaway from this one, and it sounds so obvious when you say it, but I didn't realize it till it was too late, which is I fished for big largemouth that were tournament winning largemouth in the pro bass fishing boat world, not thinking that a 4-pound largemouth that was fat and giant and round that was going to be about 17 and a half inches long, I was going to get killed by the smallmouth guys that were weighing 19 or measuring 19 and 20 inch smallmouth that were long and thin and emaciated that weighed 3 pounds. I potentially could have won that tournament with weight, but I didn't. And it's funny because it didn't really hit me till it was too late, And I'm like, damn.
Because it's all inches.
It's inches, So
5 fish, more inches.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's funny because a lot of the lessons I'm learning aren't like these hard lessons. They're like stupid, dumb, obvious lessons, but you got to go through it. You got to go through it to really figure it out.
It's always been about the inches, bro.
Yeah, it's been.
I like them thick.
It's like the third joke in that realm tonight.
Come on.
But it's still I'm still learning a lot.
You just got here, Beck.
I'm still learning a lot. So
well, that's one of my favorite things to do in the South. Like I live in Tennessee, so I fish a lot of the Tennessee River system, that kind of stuff. I like fishing, the tail race type stuff, the current, because of that smallmouth population, because if you catch 5 adult smallmouth, most of them are from 18 to 21 inches.
Yeah.
It is really hard to beat a 2-day stringer of 18 to 21 inch fish. I mean, it's really almost impossible.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you can't get on, especially during the spawn when a lot of big largemouth are pushed up. You'll get a kicker largemouth. That's normal, but you don't get 5 that are 20 to 24 inches. So I like to target the smallmouth.
Do you know what frog Cliff prefers in the tail races for smallmouth?
I do not. I missed that part.
No, I don't either.
And on the kayaks fishing growing, and I guess their style is inches, 5.
Inches. Yep.
Catch, photo, release.
Yep.
Do you think it'll ever go to a handheld scale, like one standardized scale throughout the field?
That's a good
and you
question.
Go to weight?
Ryan?
So I think for it to get to that point, here's kind of the limiting factor. We're going to have some kind of live feed technology integrated into these kayaks, like whether it's a live feed to GoPro or whatever, to ensure, kind of the integrity of it. Right now, I mean, even with catch photo release, there's still, a million questions, and y'all know it as well as anybody. You can cheat at anything if you try hard enough. So
Yeah.
I think there's gonna have to be kind of that Big Brother Overwatch deal. If we did go to a weight, I wouldn't be opposed to it at all. I mean, I fish bass boat tournaments out of my big boat, and I like. Everybody loves holding up a big fat fish. Like you love it. I don't think that'll ever get away from anybody. But the weight part there's gonna have to be some kind of Big Brother type Overwatch, I think, for me anyway. That's my opinion on it.
Hate's a strong word.
Yeah.
But I hate people that cheat in fishing tournaments.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because like tournaments are cool. Like nobody's trying to cheat, and you got this dude.
Yeah.
This asshole comes in and ruins everything.
Yeah.
By
We've
cheating.
seen all kinds of stuff, man. People, like, we all have a standardized measuring board. We've had guys that have cut sections out of their measuring board, so then we had to change that rule and go to a solid measuring board. We've had people like manipulate them. We had a dude in Texas cut a fishtail off, keep it in his pocket, lay that other fishtail on top of the live fish, and get more inches out of that.
Whoa.
That dude, like
That's a
he's
point.
junk. Like
Yeah.
I mean, but he's
So-
making plays, man. He's a problem solver.
He's a problem
Texas-
solver with a
Texas
fishtail in his
farm
pocket.
correct.
Like,
maybe
that's the
maybe
guy-
put the effort that it takes to cheat into actually improving your fishing.
Yeah.
Like,
But
Dude,
how about if
That guy also stole your credit card number at the gas
he
station.
did. That's the same guy.
yeah, that dude needs to quit fishing. We don't need his money. We don't need him in our
I mean,
community.
if you're the space
For real.
shuttle and shit's going wrong and you got duct tape and a pair of scissors and,
And a fishtail.
and you got to land, you want that guy.
Michael, that dude
Let's
is
go
not
figure it
part
out.
of
I want MacGyver. I don't want that douchebag.
yeah, right.
that dude is not
So-
part of the community.
He's not
No.
part of the
Te-
not
Yeah,
part of the
not
community.
part of the community.
Texas DNR actually quit fishing for him. They busted him in a tournament with a fishtail in his pocket, and he went to jail. Like, on the spot.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He went to jail with the fishtail in his anus.
I think he did take the
He had an
fishtail with him.
extra.
I'm sure he'll get it back when they give him his belongings. But
All right, but let me
Well, tell him to get Bill Cosby's attorney. He'll
All
be
right.
fine.
hold on though. Let me
Oh my
let me, and I'm not. I want to say this.
Is that true? He got out?
He
He's
did.
out.
He did. He's
I
out.
thought he died.
No, he didn't die.
Oh, I
He's
don't.
out of
Well,
jail.
well, you know what? Why you even watch the news? Because I don't
It's
watch
the
news.
ghost of Bill
The ghost of Bill Cosby.
In
is
my
out.
world, he's dead.
All right. So here's what I wanted to bring up about this topic real quick, which is I do not condone cheating whatsoever. Fishtail, cutting the board, any of that. I don't condone any of that. But I had a call from and I'm not going to say the name. I had a call from a very prominent professional kayak angler that called me to say congratulations and to say, good job at Champlain and all that. But here's what he said. You ready for this? He said, "Bro, why weren't you pinching the tail on the fish?" And I said, "What? Yeah, don't you think you lost some inches because you didn't pinch the tail?" And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" I said, "I thought you had to mouth closed, tip of the thing, hand on the thing, your identifier's in the photo, and you can manipulate the tail any way to reach the length." And he's like, No. You pinch the tail and you gain a little bit. And, so that to me was like, I was like, really? And I was weirded out by that because
How do you pinch the tail to make it longer?
I don't know. But I was weirded out by that.
If you just lay it on the board, the fish's tail's generally fanned out. If you, squish it down a little bit, it's going to maybe get it to that next quarter-inch line. Different tournament series have different rules. Like BASS, for instance, you can't touch like any further back than the anal fin. Like that's one of their rules. Hobie, you can touch the tail, but I try not to have my hand over the tail anyway, just because of that tail cutter guy. That's the last thing you want is an accusation like that flying around. But like I may use my index finger or something, like push up the bottom of the tail to make sure you can see where it crosses the plane on that next line. That's probably what he's referring to. You don't see many people that are like literally like squishing it down, and they'll DQ it if you squish it down to like a pencil point. Like you have to, not be too overexcited in the tail squeezing part there.
Well, I think, for me, the reality is I have a lot to learn. There's apparently little tricks and secrets, and I just have to put my time in. You know.
Are you
Figure it
fishing the
out.
Susky again?
I'm not going to fish the Susquehanna because I know I really wanted to because I have a Northern BASS Open that conflicts. But I want to announce this officially for the first time here on the show tonight. Brian DeCarpenter, drum roll, please.
Announcement.
Stick 'em.
I am fishing the BASS professional kayak event on the Upper Chesapeake Bay.
Ooh.
There you go.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
When is that one?
August 6th.
Oh, boy.
Come on, let's go.
All right.
Very excited.
You coming up, Lambo?
Probably not for that one, to be honest with you. I think I'm going to fish the Hobie on Pickwick. I'm going to fish the Susky. That's the Susky's next month. It's the end of July, last weekend in
That
July.
should be a good one. Yeah.
I think it will. I hope there's water in it this year.
There's
forgot
water.
to put water in there last year.
Yeah,
so it's
Becky
crazy.
and I were just up there a week ago or a few weeks ago, and it was up. It was nice.
It was raining.
Good deal.
Yeah, there was water.
I like that.
Does kayak fishing always mean like shallow water?
No.
I know you can take advantage of sneaking up on them, but
yeah,
is it always?
No.
Now, one of my favorite days was, back on the Kentucky Lake of Old, we got on a mega school out there, and we sat and probably caught 25 or 30 fish over 5 pounds out there. Just
I love that feeling. Catching
laying
big
into
schools
it,
off
man.
the
It
bank.
was awesome. It's a little different. It's obviously harder to maintain your position when of course it was 20-mile-an-hour winds because it was Kentucky Lake and current, running the opposite direction. But that's the only trick with when you're trying to ledge fish is you have to take into account the conditions. Like, can you sit out there and kick all day long because you'll get exhausted and can't get back to the ramp. So that's the little trick with fishing offshore.
Yeah. Well, it's fun. I'm hooked, man. I'm really gonna keep trying this year, next year, whatever. I'm gonna just keep going until I can.
Don't stop trying.
Can win one.
Never give up.
Never give up. That's what I hear. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Now you got to make the TOC one year. That's what I was doing the math. I'm like, well, this guy's already qualified and this guy's qualified.
Yeah.
Like, maybe if he calls up, he can sneak in and get in the TOC, man.
I would love to make it one year. I mean, I've been to the TOC and as a speaker.
Yeah, you were at the first one out there.
Yeah, it's such a cool event. So I would love to be at one eventually. Fishing.
Mike, where were the winning bags caught? Where were the smallmouth? Did they fish north?
They fish north and or.
So the wind didn't blow it out, or
well, some of them fished north and some of them fished in creeks on the New York arm, like for smallmouth that either migrated up there to spawn or the residents.
Oh, okay.
And the kid that won sounded like he endured some really tough conditions. He actually
he said he sunk his boat like 3 times.
Yeah,
or
he
something.
flipped his boat 3 times.
He flipped his boat
3 times.
He was in a sit-inside kayak, and I guess he said the wind was so bad he was taking waves over the side. And if you ever get water inside the hull of a kayak, it's super unstable after that. So
yeah,
it's pretty easy to flip.
Yeah.
One of them
Yes.
little
I don't know. I don't know what kind it was, but
Can I tell a kayak story?
yeah.
So we was at
Kayak or P-roll?
Has anybody got a banjo?
It was a P-roll.
We was in at Sturgeon Bay one time, right? And
That's Sturgeon Bay.
yeah,
Sturgeon Bay, yeah.
and I'm fishing, and I see this dude in his pocket, and he's like struggling. It's like getting his kayak, and then
he was out of his. He fell out. He's out of his.
He's
kayak?
out of
Yeah.
it, and he's struggling to get back in, and he like gets back in, I think, and he like falls out again. And this dude looks like he's struggling. So I get over there like trying to save the day. I save this dude and rescue this cat from drowning. I'm like, dude, what's up? You all right? He's like, oh, I'm good. He's like, I'm doing, what do you call them, aqua entrances and aqua exits or something. He was like practicing getting in and out of his kayak in the back of his pocket, but scared the head out. Scared me, dude. I thought it was like 911. He's gonna die.
Yeah.
I thought he was drowning.
Then you just thought he was special because he couldn't stay in.
But no, he was like falling out on purpose and then getting back. He was practicing getting in case he fell out. But
Then you realized
too
it
much
was
King Cup.
Yeah. Then you realized it was Eric Jackson intoxicated.
it scared me. It scared me from a distance. I thought he was drowning.
He's just practicing backing down at the boat ramp. He knows how to get in and out of the kayak.
Wow.
Practicing the e-brake.
Yeah, that's amazing.
He's a prepper.
He's a prepper. Ryan, thanks for coming on tonight, and such a great cause you're helping with.
Yes.
Give them one more time, our listeners and viewers. How can they help? Give it to them one more time.
If you want to sign up for the tournament, go to tourneyx.com. The tournament name is Save JT. You can enter there. If you want to donate to JT directly, savejt.com.
There you have it.
That's
Great cause.
Good work, man.
Good work. Yeah, we appreciate
guys.
it, and we'll talk to you soon, man. I hope to catch you on the water sooner or later.
Yep, I'll see you down the road.
Okay, there you have it, Ryan Lambert, everybody.
All right, see you guys. Thank you.
Yes, it's awesome, man. Doing that, using the platform of fishing to raise money for a good cause. That's great. You got to do those kinds of things.
Heck yeah.
It's very important. All right, we're gonna do an MTB unboxing. Cliff Crochet. Have you ever done one of these before?
I have not.
All right, so Brian the Carpenter. Yeah. This is how we do this. So this happens to be, for everybody watching and listening, look at those boots. Aren't they great?
Yeah, but like every time I see you walk in them, you are so not a cowboy boot wearing individual.
Yeah, he is. He wears Dukes and boots all the time.
It just confuses me.
Oh, I'm confused.
Brian wears Daisy Dukes and boots.
Goes line dancing
all the time.
in Lumberton.
All right, here you go. We are the only, let me reinforce this. We're the only live podcast that does a live unboxing. And Cliff, tonight we're going to do the Mystery Tackle Box Elite Box, the green box, which is one of my favorites because it's like the better stuff, like the next level up. This is one of my favorite parts of this because, like, imagine, right? You're a subscriber. You get this to your door once a month. Yeah. You come home from a hard day of work. You come home from school. You open the door. You hear. It's the mail lady. She drops it off, and you look. Yes. And there it is. You don't even have to go anywhere. But this is the best part. And I want you to listen to this. You ready? Listen to this. Hold on. You ready? Here it goes. Hold on. Let me get the tip out. You ready? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
It's that seal breaking, which is such a cool part. And we're going to do an unboxing night. I'm going to take a bait. Here's how it works. I'm going to take one item that catches my interest. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to pass it to Beck. Beck's going to grab one. She'll give it to you. You grab one. We'll pass it over to Riz, and then we'll give it to Brian. We're all going to pick one. And here we go tonight.
And I'm always last.
Wow. Oh, my gosh. Jeez Louise. Interesting selection of lures. I'm going to take this one. Beck, ahead. Interesting selection.
Hank sat up in his chair like a little kid. He can't wait to get into that box. He sees some baits.
Wow.
Who did?
Hank. He sat up in his chair. He's
Hank's
looking
on
over.
vacation. Hank's on the beach.
He on the beach.
King Cup, shout out.
Get you something, Beck.
You just start talking about your baits.
Okay. All right. Brian the Carpenter, I'm going to start with this one. And first off, I grabbed a Lucky Craft.
Oh, what?
Ooh.
Out of the Elite Box.
Come on.
And this is the reason I grabbed this. The reason this caught my eye. Riz, you're going to be interested in this one too. This bait is called a Sassy Shad. I know Sassy Shad is a soft plastic, so I don't know why they call it that. But it's a little-bodied crankbait. Look how small the body of that crankbait is. It's a little body, but with a big bill. A little body with a big bill. I think there's definitely a time and a place for this one, right? Small body, big bill. You don't have to throw this on a spinner rod. Looks like a casting size. So I think that's kind of a neat crankbait. I like that a lot.
Potentially St. Clair, maybe?
Potentially a St. Clair. I could see Seth Fighter throwing something like that. That's a good bait. Look at that, Bri. That's cool. I like it. All right, Miss Rebecca, what is your choice?
Mine was sealed.
Oh, you guys something sealed? All right.
All right, so mine is a roadside minnow.
Roadside minnow.
I'm trying to figure out why it was sealed.
We have scent?
It smells like plastic.
Okay.
It's just like a little baby swim bait with that like paddle tail thingy.
Little boot tail. I would call that a 4-inch. Am I correct?
Boot.
4-inch. Correct. Little boot tail swim bait.
It's actually interesting. I like it.
I like the color.
Yeah.
It's almost like perch color imitation.
The other reason I really like this is the packaging on the back. The last thing it says in bold, it says, "Don't forget to take a kid fishing."
There you go.
Nice.
There you go. Good message right there. All right. I like that swim bait. 4-inch perch colored boot tail. Very nice.
Pick out backlashes
I like
all
it.
day.
Okay. Cliff, what do you got?
This is a little, it's a little popper. Little popper kind of bait.
I like it.
And I'm going with this because I like top water.
That's almost the size of like a Splash It or a Rico. It's about that little, that small.
Yellow Magic.
Yellow Magic.
Yellow Magic.
Yellow Magic size. Yeah.
Big papa.
I like it.
I like that.
Another thing I like about it is bone. You can't go wrong with owning a bone topwater. I'm just telling you right now, right?
Black is probably my favorite.
Straight black.
Yep.
Yeah.
Color topwater beat.
Now, does that have a rattle? Is it silent? What do you got there? Got a rattle.
Got like a knock in it.
Got a little shot to it. I like it. All right, we got a nice popper in our box. What do we got, Riz? Brian, give us one.
We're going back on the Lucky Craft train, but this one is actually a rattle trap style bait, lipless. But what's unique about it is it's silent. No rattle.
Silent trap. There you go.
When you're out on a Winter League tournament at Rainbow Lake and 35 guys are all throwing rattle
They're all
traps,
throwing rattle traps.
red factory hooks.
Factory
Haas,
hooks.
and Haas is yelling, slapping
You can hear
his
him.
rattle trap
La
on the water.
torch.
From the other side of the lake. This one's going to come through silent. Might get you the extra.
There you go. Silent vibration bait, lipless vibration. Brian the Carpenter.
I'm going with Lucky Craft 2. This is the one Mike picked, but I like it. No.
Oh, you picked my same bait? You can't do that.
Why?
I picked that
Rich,
bait.
who makes that?
That would be made by Jenko Fishing.
Ah. Well, we got a square bill.
Janko square bill. That's like a bigger bodied size square bill, though, right? It's like a 2.5.
Is it 2.5?
3.5 size?
Yeah,
it's not a 1.5.
It's definitely bigger than a 1.5, but
Yeah.
it might be in that kind of like mid category.
Like a 2.0, 2.5, something like that. Pretty cool.
1.75.
1.75.
Yeah.
Do you have a little Janko square bill?
Oh, dude.
Nice knock to it.
You hear this?
Ooh.
That's unique.
Oh, it's got that.
Ooh, like a little one knocker on there.
Little thump thump. Then we got some big bite baits. Stinky cheese.
Little swim jig trailer.
Little stinky cheese.
So don't forget, if you send in your full name and your full address,
Yes.
you will receive one of these boxes from us. We're going to clean out some of these boxes that we've had from the last couple months.
That's right. We're
Probably
doing
We won't put it through on the IM feed. It's got to
Nope.
come through on the IM, though.
Yeah.
People don't be going on YouTube and Facebook giving out your
Might
address.
not have the Lucky Craft crankbait in it, but you know you didn't have this
That's
stuff
right.
beforehand, so
Right. What's
you're
the
still
difference?
winning. People don't complain.
Let me remind you, if you're watching tonight and you just saw that unboxing and you're like, oh my God, I got to get this thing. I have to get it to my doorstep. It's easy. Go to mysterytacklebox.com. Use the promo code IkeLive. Riz, listen to this. 30% off their first Elite box, 50% off their first Pro box.
It's a
Half
no-brainer.
off! Dude, it's half off.
You got to do it.
Just use the promo
Absolutely.
code IkeLive. There you have it. All right, Cliff, we've been waiting for this all night. We are doing a giveaway in your honor and Hank's honor. We're giving away a Dakota Lithium Power Box. It's a big deal. It's a lithium battery. For our kayak guys watching, they love that stuff.
Power box. That's the little black box.
That's the little black box. Dude, that'll run a depth finder on a kayak all day, or a power pole, a micro spike all day. Brian the Carpenter, we're gonna ask a question. The first one to answer the question correctly is going to win the Dakota Lithium Power Box.
Oh, we're not going to do the question that I had from.
That's the question we're doing.
Oh, we're going to do that one.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, and the question is, and remember, you have to be watching all night. You have to pay attention. You can't just log on in the third segment and expect to win something.
And this is on the message board.
Yes. Correct.
What are Cliff Crochet's 3 favorite food category items?
Okay. The question is, what's Cliff's 3 favorite Cajun food items?
Ah, Cajun, yeah.
Yes. The first one to answer correctly wins the Dakota Lithium Black
Dakota
Box.
Lithium.
There you have it.
I mean, if it was Italian, it would have been ziti.
Ziti.
It's
Baked
that,
ziti.
It's that
All right.
it's a good cheese.
Beck, while we're waiting for some answers to come in, we talked about the scholarship winners. Is there anything else you want to say? We gave their names away. I'm so proud of them for submitting and getting accepted. Is there anything else going on with the Ike Foundation?
No, so that was
Talk about?
super awesome. Right now, we do have the ticket window open for the kayak event in the fall.
Oh.
So last year, we split up the Pro-Am and the kayak event. So we've already had our Pro-Am.
Separated them out.
The
Yep.
kayak event is in the fall. We've got a really cool event that the ladies are organizing in Delaware to get. We had a lot of success at the Pro-Am to get a bunch of kids from the Boys and Girls Club and everything
Cool.
out fishing.
Very cool.
So we're working with a group down in Delaware to do some stuff like that in the fall. But I know Rich really needs to hear this because this is his favorite event of the year. But the scholarship dinner will be back in the same location, probably the same. What do we always do? The Friday, like the week before Super
February,
Bowl,
right?
isn't it? Always.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on how Super Bowl falls, but we're usually 1 week prior on that Friday evening. I'm pretty sure that's how that falls again.
Okay.
So we're in the works of putting that together. So make
Yes.
sure.
Bring it back.
Make sure everyone gets
Good times.
super excited.
Good times. Ike Foundation Pro-Am on the Delaware River gets no better. I look forward to those events every year. It was so fun. The most fun I ever had was when I fished sick with the guy and his little boy.
Who were you with? Were you with Frank Loletta?
He was a lawyer.
Yeah. You were with Frank Loletta.
And I was dying.
Yeah.
And we
Dying.
fished.
Yeah.
And that was fun. We caught like nothing.
That's great. Well, that's for the Delaware. That's good.
But it was good. I mean, I told a bunch of stories, had a couple laughs. I was praying for the rain. I was praying for rain that this rain would come.
I'm praying for rain.
No luck.
No luck. I came home and went to sleep downstairs.
And you woke up like 2 days later because there's no windows down there. It's just dark.
Mike's like, "What's up, bro?" I'm like, "I'm dead."
I'm dead.
I'm gonna
I
come
arrived
upstairs
dead.
in a little bit.
What'd you have?
What's that?
He had the early Corona.
I don't know
Before
what
the
I
Corona
had.
was
We
the
might have
Corona.
invented that with the travelers.
I don't know what I had, but that was
List.
Cool events. Cool events.
It was. Well, we appreciate your support, Cliff.
Thanks
You've
for
always
having me.
supported the foundation. So, and we've moved the last few years. We missed you guys because COVID. We couldn't have pros and schedules got crazy. But the last few years we had it on the Upper Chesapeake Bay, and dude, it's taken weight to win. A lot of weight, like real weight, like meat.
How about the time the storm blew through?
Yes.
Oh, the battleship.
The battleship.
Yes.
New Jersey.
That was awesome.
It's like a tornado.
Oh yeah.
It's like holding on to the roof.
Derecho, is that what they call it? A
Yeah.
straight line wind?
That was wild.
Fucking witch went past on a bicycle. All right, Riz, any results yet?
Yeah, we have a winner.
We have a winner!
No.
We have a winner! And
Wait, have
give
they
us
bugged the studio? Who?
No. They're paying attention. Riz, the winner
to the
is, and
question?
the answers and the name of the winner?
The winner is Brad S. Congratulations, Brad S. And the
Brad
answer
S?
is
Brad
boiled
Smooth.
seafood, stew, and fried catfish.
Oh!
All right.
Wait, I thought it was bald
It's
seafood.
bald seafood.
Oh yeah, not boiled seafood. Bald seafood.
Bald seafood.
Bald
There you have
seafood.
it. All right,
like
Brad,
bald
was it
seafood.
Brad S? Congratulations. You're the winner of the Dakota Black Power Box. Send your information through. We won't put it through, right, Beck? Just your address and information.
Rich won't actually let the rest of the world
Right.
say it.
Send your information through.
I'll do my best.
And we're going to get you that Dakota Lithium box.
Yeah, Cliff, give him congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Okay.
To the winner, Michael, let me throw a sponsor plug in real
Oh,
quick.
please do.
2 of them, local,
Okay.
from the great city, great community of Pierpont. Blanchett's Cajun Cooking on Facebook.
Yep.
And
Okay.
Cajun Fry Products, not a sponsor.
Cajun Frog?
Cajun Fry.
Cajun Fry Products.
My
Yep.
mama said, anyway, you knew that was coming.
I knew it was
sometime
coming,
tonight.
yeah.
Blanchett's Cajun Cooking and Cajun Fry Products.
Cajun Frog
They
products.
ship anywhere across the country.
they
Blanchett's.
really?
Yeah, how about that?
Ooh.
What is it like?
So you got to
seasonings
plug
and
first to get some
spices?
catfish or crawfish. Or
So
what?
Blanchett's is cooked. Crawfish stew, shrimp
Okay.
stew.
All right,
They
cool.
freeze it. They ship it to you.
Wow.
Okay, run it back, man. Let's hit the
Huh.
numbers again.
And Cajun Fry Products is like packets, and you cook them jambalaya and.
So they're
and
both food.
Both food. Yep.
Wow.
Because my favorite food, you can get
It's
them
food.
at those two
Wow.
businesses.
Yeah.
We might have to sample some of that, Brian the Carpenter.
Dude, I'm hungry as hell. I just remembered like 15 minutes ago when I was going in there to get another beer.
Yeah.
I'm like, I forgot to eat dinner.
Yeah, dinner
It's
sitting
in,
right
it's
here.
in the, no, it's in the microwave at home.
Oh.
Heather made me dinner. I'm like, no, I won't forget.
Yeah.
And I forgot.
And you forgot.
Yeah.
I
And then
leave
realized
a
I'm like,
coffee in the microwave every day. Like I drink half the coffee, it gets cool. I put it in the microwave to reheat it, and then I cut back like a couple days later, it's still in there.
If you were in Virginia, it'd be Mountain Dew.
And
according to
Mountain Dew
Rich.
in a styrofoam cup.
Mountain Dew in the microwave.
All right.
That can attest to that.
It's
You
a
get
weird thing
you get
down
below a
south with
certain
Mountain
line.
Dew.
Yeah.
He's drinking Mountain Dew.
That's Coke.
That's Coke.
That's green Coke.
Yeah, green Coke. Let me let's finish up with the prizes, and want to remind you that if you were liking and sharing the Facebook feed tonight, you'd be entered in a chance to win this. Riz, let's give this thing away. It's heavy. I can barely hold this thing.
Tonight's Facebook like and share winner for the world famous Ike Live gift bag is Jason Young. Congratulations, Jason
Young
from Muncie, Indiana.
Muncie.
Young Jason.
Muncie, Indiana. You been through Muncie, Indiana?
Never.
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 Sounds like a place to go throw a frog.
Great place
yeah,
this time
Muncie,
of year.
Indiana.
Yeah.
Muncie.
Muncie.
Yeah, Muncie, Indiana.
Beautiful country.
Congratulations for winning that.
23-pound bag.
Isn't that where Webster's from?
23 pounds.
Who's Webster?
The little guy.
Oh, like
the TV personality
Yeah.
website? I don't know.
That's where Bill Lawrence from, I think.
Is he?
Muncie, Indiana.
Huh.
And Webster.
How about
It's a
that?
heck of a place.
It's a heck of a place.
making stuff up.
Man.
Wait, I got something to say.
Oh, okay.
So I want to give a shout out to someone because
Shout
I was
out.
on the show. Was it last show or the show before that?
Or 3 years ago.
And I was complaining because no one ever gives me anything.
Oh, that's true.
Or
I remember
sends
that
me
was the
anything.
last show. Yeah.
Yeah.
No one ever gives you anything.
Yeah. I just watch everybody else receive stuff. And
Yeah. Yeah, you never get any
It's
gifts
like-
or prizes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what
it's
happened?
like being a mom all over again
Yeah.
up here on Ike Live.
Nobody cares. Yeah.
But there is a very nice gentleman, Andre, who figured out my love of alcohol.
Yes.
And he gifted me some alcoholic beverages, and
At the Pro-Am.
I very much appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Shout out to Andre. Thank you. That
Andre,
was nice.
Team No Fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, Team No Fish.
Yes, we know Andre.
Yeah, he helped out at the Pro-Am, didn't he?
He did.
did?
Yeah.
He helped with the kids event.
Nice.
Helped
Yeah.
with kids
Nice.
casting and kids
That's cool. Yeah,
fishing.
he's been around the boat ramp a few times, man. He's a good dude. Gave me a bottle of what was it called? 47. It was like
43.
43. Yeah, it's
That's
like
what he gave me.
a liqueur style.
Wait a
blend.
minute. Did you
Oh,
get it before me?
It might. No, honestly, it might have been after. I don't know. It was.
Andre, I felt special.
You're definitely more
Rich, find a
special
way
than
out
I
of
am.
this.
I
Quick,
mean,
find a way out.
Yeah,
It was
but
a it was a-
Riz's bottle was
it
half
an
drank.
It was an airplane bottle,
And it was half drank.
and it was from Rowan Martin.
Did we tell you that, Cliff? Did you hear that story?
No.
We, Brian and I had a chance to fish with Roland. We were in the boat with
On the
Roland.
river.
On the river. On the
St.
section
Lawrence.
that you guys didn't fish. Up further.
Reservation.
Yeah. And we had a great little shoot.
We had reservations.
We caught the shit out of them. We both were filming. We had a great show. And we were done filming. And the grand finale, we all hooked up with 4-pounders at the very end. Got on film, closed the shows, closed both shows. And we're sitting there, and I'm just like smiling. I'm like, God, it's been such a great day. I got to fish with this guy. It's been my hero since I was a kid. And all of a sudden, Roland it's like quiet, and we're like basking. It's like the sun's setting, but it's glowing. Everything's just
Perfect.
perfect. And Roland looks over, me and Brian, he goes, hey, you guys drink? I look at Brian, I'm like, huh. I'm like, and in my mind, I'm thinking, why is he asking? I'm like, maybe he's going to take us out for a beer later? And I go, yeah, we drink. And he goes,
yeah.
and he pulls out little bottles,
Airplanes.
little airplane bottles of whiskey that the labels are pulled off of, so you don't even know what it is. It's just brown liqueur.
I think it was Captain.
It might have been Captain.
Yeah.
And he goes, here, and he's got one for himself. Snap this thing over. Cheers, guys. I'm like, all right.
How warm was that?
It was warm. It's been in his pocket all
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, it was warm. So
But you don't say no to Roland Martin. if
Roland
he's-
Martin's pocket whiskey.
so
That's totally going to be a person now.
So Mike hits the throttle, and we start, flying, and stuff's flying everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And
This is good.
and Roland's like, he taps me on the knee. He's like pointing. He's like, yeah, give me that. And I'm holding on, and there's the airplane bottle, and he said, and the lid. It's rolling around with all the soft plastics in the bottom of the boat. So I grabbed the bottle and the lid, and I handed it to him. He's like, I reuse them. I refill them, he said. And he put them in his pocket.
So you
It's a true
shared
story,
spit
man.
with Roland Martin.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Definitely.
whatever he's got, I want that. Because that dude's 82 years old, and he's
Dude, didn't he
he's
say
a
he does
savage.
like how many push-ups every morning?
Every morning he does like 40 push-ups and 80 sit-ups.
How about
Roland
that?
Martin.
Every
and
morning.
he's how old is he?
82.
82.
So
I was
that's
just
his
talking
morning
to-
routine?
Beast mode, man.
was
Yeah,
just
that
talk-
little boy square. Like he's
solid.
Yeah, he's solid.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
and he was being honest. He's like, he was like, I got pillows propped up everywhere. They're not real great sit-ups, but I gotta get the body moving, or I get tight. The rest, he wasn't like trying to flex. He was being honest. They're not great sit-ups,
Yeah.
but he's doing it.
Wow.
Hell, at
Every
82,
morning.
if I'm hanging out, life is good.
Dude, the thing that amazed me.
How many push-ups and sit-ups you guys doing each
I don't.
morning?
I'm not doing any.
None.
Look at this thing.
Zero.
The thing that amazed me about Roland, though, and this is a true observation, is dude was a fish head.
Oh.
Like he just wanted to cast and fish, and we might have already told the story. Might be repeating, but dude, I saw a big giant 30 or 40 pound carp go past. You know them big giant carp in St. Lawrence, and I'm like. And so I'm like Scobo, like reeled my thing in, and I'm like threw out there and like I had him hooked for a second and come off, and I purposely snagged him. I came back with a big scale, and I'm like look, and I'm like yeah. Roland's like yeah, they're fun to snag. I'm like yeah. He's like yeah, we should do a show one time, snagging carp. And then all of a sudden he starts going on this tangent like yeah, we could use a big number 2 treble. Yeah, and I'll weight it in the front. And, yeah, we did it with spinning rods. It'll be great. You want to do it? I was like, what in the hell? This dude's a fish head, man.
At 82.
82.
He didn't win everything, but he's won a lot.
Dude,
a lot.
Ate up with it. Ate up with making a cast and having something pull back. 82.
Yeah.
Ate up with it.
Dude, we pull up at the boat ramp at 2 o'clock on that Wednesday, and they had been out all morning. We had a 7-hour drive to get up there, and they're waiting for us at the boat ramp. Power pulled down all these boats. Roland's sitting there. All these guys are sitting around. He picks up his rod off the ground and makes a cast as they're waiting. You know what I mean? It's like
fish head.
Yeah.
Like Vegas at 8. Can't wait to get there.
And he's
Total
82.
fish head.
Yeah.
82.
It's like, I see you, man.
It's incredible. It's been a great show, Bri.
Yeah.
I like the ones where we get to have the guest in studio.
Yes.
This was so awesome.
Back
Cliff,
to real life.
thank you for coming in, dude.
Thank you for having me.
Dude, I honestly love the shows when you're here. So thank you for
I
coming
like being
in studio.
here.
Yeah, I appreciate
You're
that.
starting to lose your accent, too.
Nah, no, I'm going back and get it tomorrow. Trust me, I'm going to get it tomorrow. I got some people watching.
Yeah.
They texting me. I just want to tell them thank you for watching.
Oh,
they like hanging out with us.
Yeah, well,
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yes, guys, we appreciate you watching. Thank you.
Yeah.
Are they from home?
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you, guys.
World famous alligator hunter.
Yeah.
Jacob Landry.
Okay.
Sent me a text while I was on your show.
Wow.
How about that?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man.
You want him? You want him on your show? I just invited him on your show.
I would love to have him. Are you kidding me?
No.
I would love to have him on the show.
No, I'm gonna get with you. We'll get you on Ike Live.
Oh, let's do
There
it right
you
now.
go.
We'll add another hour. What do you say about
No,
it?
not tonight. Not tonight, but I would love to have him on the show. Also,
Wait, he's
wanna,
an alligator hunter?
Not a alligator hunter.
He's
the
alligator hunter.
like swamp people.
Yeah.
Number one. The.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yes.
I know who you're talking about. Listen, but when he comes on, can he, like, have a gator?
A live one or a dead one?
Or, like, could he do it from the boat?
His Zoom signal might not.
That
I don't
connection
know.
out there might be.
I don't know. We could set something
We'll
up.
set something up. We'll talk
All
about it.
right.
Just send Lindsay some clothes or something. She'll make it happen. It's all his wife. Send her some clothes. Y'all can talk clothes, and they can kill alligators, and life will
There
be
you
good.
go.
All right.
There's your trip to Louisiana.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go. Sounds
No,
like a
we
vacation.
we don't need the clothes. I mean, once they get the gators, then we can just have some shoes, some purses.
Oh.
Make it up right there.
Yeah.
That would
Gator
work.
purses are expensive. Also want to send a thank you to Hank Cherry, especially he was on vacation with his family. Thank you, Hank,
was
for
very
coming on
nice.
the show.
Very nice
That
for
was
letting
awesome.
us harass you.
Also want to thank Miss Rebecca for coming in. Rizzo, thank you tonight for all your hard work. Brian the Carpenter, thanks for pushing buttons tonight, making plays. Appreciate it. And
Dinner.
yeah, thank everybody for want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight to a brand new Ike Live, and have a great week. And we're definitely better than Pat Renwick's show tonight. So good night, everybody. Good
Hold
night.
on, I got a clip to play. You want to hit that, Rich?
Yeah, hit that play. Hit the, yeah, wait, get it. These faces out. Oh, wait, yeah. Who is that?
My mama, my mama.
Oh, it's close.
My mama, my mama.
My mama said Ike Live's the devil.